You're tuned in to the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network. Today's Long Island Ducks game broadcast will begin shortly. Every game this season will be broadcast live on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network with high-definition video and audio via Boxcast. Fans can tune into the game on the Ducks' official Facebook page or YouTube channel, as well as the team's official website, liducks.com. Thank you for tuning in, and stand by for complete coverage of today's game. The box office is now open for 2018 individual ticket sales. Box office hours are Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturdays from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. You can also purchase your tickets by calling 631-940-TIXX, going online to liducks.com, or visiting our mobile app. Season ticket packages and 10-game mini plans for the 2018 season are also available. To find out more information and secure your seats, please dial extensions 115 or 116 to speak with someone in our ticket office. Get your business recognized by hundreds of thousands of Long Islanders by taking advantage of the advertising and sponsorship opportunities currently available with the Long Island Ducks. For more information, please dial extension 106 or check us out on the web at liducks.com. The Ducks offer many packages available for groups with as little as 25 people to as many as 2,000. We offer block seating, pregame and in-game picnics, luxury suites, our exclusive Smoke and Owls party deck, and so much more. In addition, groups have the opportunity to take part in a variety of experiences, such as performing the national anthem or taking the field with the Ducks as the dream team. Group ticket packages for the 2018 season are now on sale. For more information on Ducks group outings, please dial extension 124 during normal business hours to speak with our Director of Group Sales. Looking for official Long Island Ducks merchandise, hard-to-find memorabilia, team apparel, and so much more? Then be sure to check out the Waddle Inn Shop, the official merchandise store of the Ducks. Fans can visit the shop online anytime at liducks.com by clicking the merchandise icon. For more information, please contact our Merchandise and Client Relations Manager at extension 110. Children 14 and under can become members of the Bethpage Federal Credit Union Long Island Ducks Kids Club today. Kids will receive a unique gift package and take part in a variety of fun activities that come with being a member of the Kids Club. For more information on how to sign your child up, please contact the Community Relations Department at extension 102. Quacker Jack, the 8-time Best Long Island mascot, is now available for appearances at parties and other special events throughout the Long Island community. Please contact the Community Relations Department at extension 102 to find out more information and to book an appearance. Once again, thank you for tuning in to the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network. Today's game will begin momentarily. You're tuned in to the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network. Today's Long Island Ducks game broadcast will begin shortly. Every game this season will be broadcast live on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network with high-definition video and audio via Boxcast. Fans can tune into the game on the Ducks' official Facebook page or YouTube channel, as well as the team's official website, liducks.com. Thank you for tuning in, and stand by for complete coverage of today's game. The box office is now open for 2018 individual ticket sales. Box office hours are Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturdays from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. You can also purchase your tickets by calling 631-940-TIXX, going online to liducks.com, or visiting our mobile app. Season ticket packages and 10-game mini plans for the 2018 season are also available. To find out more information and secure your seats, please dial extensions 115 or 116 to speak with someone in our ticket office. Get your business recognized by hundreds of thousands of Long Islanders by taking advantage of the advertising and sponsorship opportunities currently available with the Long Island Ducks. For more information, please dial extension 106 or check us out on the web at liducks.com. The Ducks offer many packages available for groups with as little as 25 people to as many as 2,000. We offer block seating, pregame and in-game picnics, luxury suites, our exclusive Smoke and Owls party deck, and so much more. In addition, groups have the opportunity to take part in a variety of experiences, such as performing the national anthem or taking the field with the Ducks as the Dream Team. Group ticket packages for the 2018 season are now on sale. For more information on Ducks group outings, please dial extension 124 during normal business hours to speak with our Director of Group Sales. Looking for official Long Island Ducks merchandise, hard-to-find memorabilia, team apparel, and so much more? Then be sure to check out the Waddle Inn Shop, the official merchandise store of the Ducks. Fans can visit the shop online anytime at liducks.com by clicking the merchandise icon. For more information, please contact our Merchandise and Client Relations Manager at extension 110. Children 14 and under can become members of the Bethpage Federal Credit Union Long Island Ducks Kids Club today. Kids will receive a unique gift package and take part in a variety of fun activities that come with being a member of the Kids Club. For more information on how to sign your child up, please contact the Community Relations Department at extension 102. Quacker Jack, the 8-time Best Long Island mascot, is now available for appearances at parties and other special events throughout the Long Island community. Please contact the Community Relations Department at extension 102 to find out more information and to book an appearance. Once again, thank you for tuning in to the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network. Today's game will begin momentarily. You're tuned in to the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network. Today's Long Island Ducks game broadcast will begin shortly. Every game this season will be broadcast live on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network with high-definition video and audio via Boxcast. Fans can tune into the game on the Ducks' official Facebook page or YouTube channel, as well as the team's official website, liducks.com. Thank you for tuning in, and stand by for complete coverage of today's game. The box office is now open for 2018 individual ticket sales. Box office hours are Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturdays from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. You can also purchase your tickets by calling 631-940-TIXX, going online to liducks.com, or visiting our mobile app. Season ticket packages and 10-game mini plans for the 2018 season are also available. To find out more information and secure your seats, please dial extensions 115 or 116 to speak with someone in our ticket office. Get your business recognized by hundreds of thousands of Long Islanders by taking advantage of the advertising and sponsorship opportunities currently available with the Long Island Ducks. For more information, please dial extension 106 or check us out on the web at liducks.com. The Ducks offer many packages available for groups with as little as 25 people to as many as 2,000. We offer block seating, pregame and in-game picnics, luxury suites, our exclusive Smoke and Owls party deck, and so much more. In addition, groups have the opportunity to take part in a variety of experiences, such as performing the national anthem or taking the field with the Ducks as the Dream Team. Group ticket packages for the 2018 season are now on sale. For more information on Ducks group outings, please dial extension 124 during normal business hours to speak with our Director of Group Sales. Looking for official Long Island Ducks merchandise, hard-to-find memorabilia, team apparel, and so much more? Then be sure to check out the Waddle Inn Shop, the official merchandise store of the Ducks. Fans can visit the shop online anytime at liducks.com by clicking the merchandise icon. For more information, please contact our Merchandise and Client Relations Manager at extension 110. Children 14 and under can become members of the Bethpage Federal Credit Union Long Island Ducks Kids Club today. Kids will receive a unique gift package and take part in a variety of fun activities that come with being a member of the Kids Club. For more information on how to sign your child up, please contact the Community Relations Department at extension 102. Quacker Jack, the 8-time Best Long Island mascot, is now available for appearances at parties and other special events throughout the Long Island community. Please contact the Community Relations Department at extension 102 to find out more information and to book an appearance. Once again, thank you for tuning in to the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network. Today's game will begin momentarily.
This is Long Island Ducks Baseball.
Justin Davies at the plate, the winning run at third. Crowd going nuts. Swung on, bouncing ball left side, off the mitt.
makes the catch, and the Long Island Ducks have swept the Camden River Sharks. They are the 2004 Atlantic League champions.
Going back is Adam Bailey. He settles under it. He makes the catch. Adam Bailey makes the catch. And for a second straight year, the Atlantic League trophy will reside on Long Island. The Ducks are the Atlantic League champions.
Swinging a ground ball, hit toward short, charging in his lines. He fields, throws to first. The comeback is complete. From 2-0 down in the series, the Long Island Ducks have won 3 in a row at home. And for the 5th time in franchise history, they will head to the Atlantic League Championship Series.
And now it's time for the Long Island Ducks pregame show.
Live from Bethpage Ballpark in central Islip, New York, it's time once again for Long Island Ducks baseball. And tonight, the Long Island Ducks take on the Road Warriors in the finale of the 3-game series. Well, hello again, everyone. This is Chris King, joined by David Weiss. We thank you so much for tuning into Ducks Baseball tonight around the world at liducks.com, at youtube.com/ducksbaseball, and, of course, on Facebook Live, and making us a part of your Thursday night entertainment. Well, David, the Ducks didn't think they'd be in this position when this series began, but they have dropped the first 2 games to the Road Warriors. Tuesday night, a 2-0 victory for the Road Warriors, and last night the league's visiting team won 6-3 in 12 innings, so it's Long Island trying to salvage the finale of the 3-game set.
And Chris, to put it mildly, the Ducks have a bad taste on their beaks here tonight. It's Bark in the Park night. The dogs are here. But I tell you, they were barking last night, I'm sure, in the locker room in a game that really they felt they should have won. And with K-Rod, Felix Rodriguez on the mound, 9th inning, Ducks have a lead. Who knew it would go 12?
Yeah, again, the Ducks blow a 3-0 lead in the 9th inning. Road Warriors tied in the 9th and win it in 12. And the Road Warriors tonight go for their first ever sweep of the Long Island Ducks. But you mentioned the dogs. We're going to get to that in a minute. It is Bark in the Park night. They are down the left field line. But we start with big news, David, because catcher Wilkin Castillo has been signed by the New York Yankees. How about that? The first Duck to depart to a major league organization. He will play at AAA Scranton Wilkes-Barre, so he goes from being a Duck to being a rail rider, but the native of the Bronx might one day play for the Yankees. That certainly would be a dream come true. Congratulations to Wilkin Castillo, who is hitting .314 for the Ducks, 2 homers, 12 runs batted in, recently had an 11-game on-base streak, and did have 3 multi-hit games in his last 5 contests. That brought the New York Yankees calling for Wilkin.
And it was only a matter of time with the way he was performing. Among the league leaders, among catchers, really the best catcher in the Atlantic League to this point in the season. And behind the plate, handling pitchers, his ability to throw out runners, doing everything possible behind the plate and at the bat. So we wish him the very, very best, and maybe he goes from Scranton Wilkes-Barre all the way to the Major League Club, which, as you said, would be a dream come true for him.
Well, it is Bark in the Park night. That means you can bring your pooch to the ball game. David and I both spent some time down the left field line looking at all those doggies. It's an incredible scene. We will hear them, of course, throughout the broadcast. But, David, you and I worked Bark in the Park night a year ago, and it wasn't the dogs that turned out to be the big story.
No, it went from the Beagles and the Boxers to the Birds. It was a bird night, something we will never forget.
Again, when we come back, we'll let you hear how it played out a year ago on Bark in the Park night.
Hey fans, this is Bud Harrelson, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Going way back is Joe Holden, and he is looking up, and that one is headed to field 5 at Robert Moses. The waves are gnarly, and the Ducks have tied it at 1.
That was another home run for the Ducks. And Duck fans, what's more fun than a home run that helps the Ducks win a game? How about a homer that helps the community win? Chappy's Funeral Home and the Long Island Ducks have once again teamed up for the Chappy's Home Run Challenge. If the Ducks hit 100 homers this season, Chappy's Funeral Home will donate $5,000 to the Quacker Jack Foundation. So every time a Ducks hitter goes deep this season, watch for the Chappy's Challenge home run count on the scoreboard. And if we reach 100, we're all a winner. Chappy's Funeral Home, where caring for others is a family tradition.
Can't get enough of the Long Island Ducks? Well, now you can get even more inside info on your favorite hometown team through Facebook and Twitter. The Ducks are constantly updating fans through social media with scores, transactions, ballpark promotions, and much more. You can even win great prizes. All you'll need to do is make a free account on Facebook and Twitter, and then visit us at facebook.com/LIDucks and twitter.com/LIDucks. Think you're Long Island's biggest Ducks fan? Get connected now.
King and David Weiss back to Bethpage Ballpark in Central Islip, New York. Finale of a 3-game set between the Long Island Ducks and the Road Warriors, with the Flock trying to salvage this final game of the 3-game series. Well, a year ago, David and I were sitting in this booth on Bark in the Park night. It was May 16th, and the Ducks were taking on the York Revolution. Of course, David and I had some fun with all the dogs out there, and we thought maybe there would be a story of something crazy happening with the dogs. It turned out it wasn't the dogs that became the big story. Let's take you back to our broadcast on that evening, Bark in the Park night 2017.
Brian Pounds, third baseman for the Revolution. One down, nobody on, top of the second. Ducks leading 2-0 here at Bethpage Ballpark. I know it's Bark in the Park night, but we've got a crow or something that's flying around behind home plate and making a nuisance of itself.
Yep.
Suddenly, Hitchcock comes to mind. It's the end of the world.
Let's hope he's not joined by as many as that Hitchcock classic. He's making his way. I think he's just trying to find his way out. And again, that netting behind home plate had him messed up, I think, and now he's on the other side of the netting.
And he's going to come close to us. You're going to hear me shriek in a second. 0-2 the count to Brian Pounds. And there's a fastball. You heard it pop into the
Here he comes, David. Here he comes.
There he is. A call, strike 3. Brian Pounds is called out. First strikeout of the game for Tim Melville, 2 down.
So Melville not distracted by that black crow at all.
And there are a couple of other birds flying around. And I saw the birds not long ago on Turner Classic Movies. The scene in the diner is my favorite scene because you got that guy sitting at the diner counter and he says over and over, "It's the end of the world."
I think we just had a collision of 2 birds behind home plate, David. I really think we do.
I know.
Or it's a bigger bird picking on a smaller one, and the crowd's not happy about it. There are feathers everywhere. Feathers are flying in front of the Flock.
Matter of fact, they're picking on each other.
They're
going
are.
at it.
It's incredible.
We got fans making wagers behind home plate on this bird fight behind home plate.
Yeah, it's distracting everybody. The batter has stepped out because it is a much larger bird going after a much smaller bird. And here comes home plate umpire J.B. Torres. Kevin Baez chasing them away. Good job, KB.
So the black crow leaves. This other bird, however, is in distress.
Yeah, that's the one making its way toward the Ducks' dugout.
Yeah, he can't. And it's the smaller
Look at
bird.
Kevin. Look at Kevin. He doesn't want that big bird going anywhere near the little one.
And the little one, again, is trying to take off and can't.
And Kevin gets a nice round of applause.
So Chris King with some bird play-by-play here tonight.
Sorry for jumping on you there, David.
No problem. I think it's your calling.
Well, they got to do something for this younger bird, and now here's Dorothy Pitchford, who's done a lot of things medical-wise in her baseball career, but I wonder if she's ever done this.
Well, she's running after the little birdie now. She's put on some protective gloves, and she's going to try to pick this birdie up.
It's got to be just terrified with that big bird picking on it, literally. And good job, Dorothy.
She's got it. Great job by Dottie Baseball, who is now Dottie Birdball. And she will take it into the locker room. And CEO and Ducks principal owner, many years, Frank Bolton, having a laugh.
Yep.
Sitting there right behind the Ducks dugout. And the next pitch is downstairs. 1 ball and 1 strike to Ryan Dent. So I'm sure somewhere online, out-of-town Atlantic League games will show BD next to the Ducks and Revolution. Bird delay. Gosh. You never know what you're going to see when you show up to Bethpage Ballpark. 1-1 pitch, fastball up high. And it's 2 balls and 1 strike.
Of course, the most famous bird incident has to be Randy Johnson's fastball connecting with a bird.
Or Dave Winfield's throw.
Yeah, Dave Winfield's throw, that's right.
Which was tragic, but obviously not intentional. But yeah, the Randy Johnson thing was ridiculous. And this one's hit in the air off the bat of Ryan Dent. Coming back, Berg, and makes the catch. That's Berg, not Bird. Alex Berg completing a 1-2-3 inning for Tim Melville against the York Revolution.
So there you have it. Bark in the Park night a year ago. The Birds stole the show as that became a viral video. Newsday did a terrific story about it as well. But the game also had a great ending thanks to the call of my partner, David Weiss.
And it's 0-2. The Ducks are a strike away. And the fans get into it. So are the doggies. You can hear them. They hear in the booth. Right to the beat. Mardsman now asking catcher Alex Berg to go through the signs again.
He's got something he likes. Franco at the plate. And now time called at the plate. Given by J.B. Torres as Franco steps out.
I think the Ducks want to end this doggone game, David. That's what they want to do.
Very nice. Give the Kinger a bone. 0-2 the count. Arnsma coming set. 2 down, 1 on. Ducks lead 2-1. Top of the ninth. Arnsma's pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. It is over. On Mark in the Park night. Who let the Ducks out? Who let the Ducks out? Ducks win.
Well, David, just an incredible night for you and I, and who would have thought that video goes viral? Newsday writes a big story on it, and you and I might have been more famous for calling a bird brawl than anything we ever did with the Long Island Ducks now in 19 years.
And again, very, very appreciative of the work done on the field by Dottie Baseball, Dottie Birdball, if you will, Dorothy Pritchford, the Ducks trainer, and Kevin Baez, who both combined to save that little birdie's life. Conflicting reports on what happened to that little birdie that was picked on by the Black Crow, but if that little birdie is still around, maybe in heaven or flying back from the south after spending a snowbird winter down south, it was a memorable night here at Bethpage Ballpark.
I talked to Dottie Baseball about it tonight. She said that, without a doubt, is her 15 minutes of fame. That was her Andy Warhol. Everybody gets 15 minutes. That was it. Kevin remembered it immediately when I said Bark in the Park night. Again, both of them, the role they played with those birds and what went on behind home plate. So we'll see what happens tonight. Again, it's Bark in the Park night again, but the Ducks have taken the field, and now we're going to turn it over to PA announcer Bob O'Tone for our national anthem. Bob's just wrapped up.
See by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose rush stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. What so ramrods we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare upon first in air came through the night, that our flag was still there. Oh, say just that star-spangled banner wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Oh, great job by the youngsters from the Pulaski Road School out in Riverhead. Our dream team, you see the youngsters on the field there down the left field line, are the Cherry Avenue Elementary School. So just about set for baseball, and now with our starting lineups, here's my partner, David Weiss.
And I don't mind telling you that I showed up a little late due to some scheduling difficulties at home. So I'm playing catch-up right now. Chris, jump in if there are any pronunciation faux pas. Here we go for the Road Warriors, leading off shortstop Ozzie Martinez. Matt Hibbert, the center fielder, will be batting second. Gustavo Pierre, third baseman, batting third. In the cleanup spot, Jorge Fernandez, the right fielder. Geraldo Valentin,
very good,
is batting fifth, and the first baseman. Chris Rivera, the catcher, in the sixth spot. Number 7 man in the order, Melvin Rodriguez, the second baseman. Alfredo Silvero, DH, in batting eighth, and batting ninth, the left fielder, Anthony Ray. And it will be Felix Baez on the mound for the Road Warriors in the bottom of the first to face the Ducks. The Long Island Ducks, with this lineup from skipper Kevin Baez tonight: Jordani Valdespin, second baseman, leading off. Emilio Bonifacio, center fielder, batting second. Travis Snyder, the DH, batting third. In the cleanup spot, the ageless wonder Lou Ford, the left fielder. David Washington, the big hitting first baseman, batting fifth. David Fields, right fielder, in the sixth spot. Ramon Cabrera, the catcher, batting seventh. In the eighth spot, Alex Soul, the third baseman, and Dan Lyon, shortstop, batting ninth. On the mound for the Long Island Ducks, he has really become their ace in many respects, Jake Fisher, who has a record of 2-0, an ERA of 2.42, 26 innings pitched, given up 29 hits, just 7 earned runs. He has struck out 19 and walked just 1. A ratio of 19-1. In terms of algebra, that is pretty good, making his 5th start of the season. So Jake Fisher is on the mound, Chris, to avoid a first ever Road Warriors sweep here at Bethpage Ballpark. The Road Warriors, who have no home, playing all 126 games on the road. And a happy birthday, I understand, to Ellie Rodriguez, the longtime major leaguer. and now manager of the Road Warriors, who turns the big 72 today.
72 years young. So happy birthday, Ellie. I know the Ducks are planning on honoring him on the scoreboard. And again, a guy who's meant so much to the Atlantic League over the years as the right-hand man of the late Joe Klein. Of course, this year, David, all the players are wearing JK. You can see it on the sleeves of the Ducks and the Road Warriors. For Joe Klein, the executive who really was the one who turned this league into what it's become now in 21 seasons of Atlantic League baseball, and 19 of those here on Long Island. So we love you, Ellie. It was great chatting with him last week for our pregame interview. And Kevin Byers, when I told him it was Ellie's birthday, he said, "Oh, no, not tonight. I'm not giving him a win on his birthday." So Kevin said he's going to try to beat him. He said he's going to tell Ellie, your birthday present came last night when, again, the Road Warriors rallied for 3 in the 9th to tie the game and 3 in the 12th to win it. So as David told you, Road Warriors trying for their first ever sweep of the Long Island Ducks. They've played against the Ducks in 7 different seasons. They have played 38 series against Long Island, but have never swept the Ducks. In fact, this series win, only their 3rd ever in franchise history. So Ozzie Martinez to lead it off for the traveling squad, and Jake Fisher's first pitch is in there for strike 1. 6:36. All right, Mr. Meteorologist David Weiss, where's our temperature at?
75, my guess.
Oh, I'm going 80. That misses.
The official Public Transportation Services temperature of tonight's ball game is 75 degrees.
Oh my goodness, on the dot, David Weiss.
I'm going home.
Yeah, you can't do better than that.
That's it, on the button.
Great job.
Thank you.
1-1 here to Martinez is in for a strike. 1-2. Ozzie Martinez starts the night batting .224, a pair of homers, and 7 runs batted in. David detailed what Jake Fisher has done of late. In fact, 16 straight scoreless innings coming in. The 1-2 is pulled foul down the left side there off the railing in front of his dugout, and the count holds on Ozzie Martinez. So again, just a perfect night for baseball. Sunshine, blue skies, a little bit of a breeze right now pushing out from home towards right field. And down the left field line in the picnic area are all the pooches. It is Bark in the Park night. You can bring man's best friend to the ball game tonight and tonight only. Grounded to third, Alex Soleil with the first chance of the game across to David Washington, and Martinez retired 5-3.
That is Soleil, not Sol.
There you go.
E. Weiss.
That's all right. You got the temperature right on the dot, so those cancel each other out.
Thank you.
It is Soleil again at third, Dan Lyons at short, Giordani Valdespin at second, and Big David Washington at first. Lou Ford's in left, Emilio Bonifacio in center, Daniel Fields in right, and Ramon Cabrera doing the catching. If you missed the news, big news today for the Ducks. Wilkin Castillo signed away by the New York Yankees. He will report to AAA Scranton Wilkes-Barre. He goes from a Duck to a rail rider, the first signing of the year for the Long Island Ducks. And again, he is a Bronx native who played last year in the Yankees organization at AA and AAA. Here's Matt Hibbert taking strike 1 from Jake Fisher, and the lefty's 0-1 is out and low. 1 ball and 1 strike, says home plate umpire Tim McCaffrey. He's joined by Richard Katz at first and Mike Williams, the man in black, at third. The 1-1 from Fisher, and that gets the inside corner. 1-2 now on Hibbert. Hibbert batting an even .200, no homers, 2 runs batted in. Made his Road Warrior debut here last night and had quite the game. 2 for 4, single double, scored a run, drove in a run, drew a pair of walks. Only downside for Hibbert was getting caught stealing twice, and here he looks at a beautiful backdoor breaking ball that locks him up. It's the first strikeout tonight for Jake Fisher, and 2 away.
Well, Jake Fisher has been so important to the Long Island Ducks, and this is the definition of ace or stopper to stop a little mini losing streak here for the Long Island Ducks. And Ducks, of course, don't want to fall back to 500 as well. They trail Somerset now by 4 games in the Liberty Division.
Here's Gustavo Pierre, the third baseman and 3-man, bouncing one to Dan Lyons at short. Little charity hop. He throws across, and that'll do it for the Road Warriors. The Ducks retire them 1-2-3, making this another PSEG Long Island energy efficient inning. With energy efficiency programs from PSEG Long Island, saving on your electric bill is also as easy as 1, 2, 3. Visit PSEGLINY.com/save money. It's just one more way PSEG Long Island is making things work for you. Middle of the first inning tonight in Central Islip. It's the Road Warriors 0 and the Ducks coming to bat.
Hey fans, this is pitcher Dennis O'Grady. and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
We asked people across Long Island, what does energy efficiency mean to you?
Energy efficiency? It means finding ways to save a few dollars on my electric bill each month.
PSEG Long Island is introducing smart technologies that let you control just how much energy you use.
To me, it really is important to keep Long Island green so future generations can enjoy our island's beauty.
And we're partnering on renewable sources that will keep Long Island sustainable for generations. Discover all of our energy efficiency programs at psegLINY.com/efficiency.
Can't get enough of the Long Island Ducks? Well, now you can get even more inside info on your favorite hometown team through Facebook and Twitter. The Ducks are constantly updating fans through social media with scores, transactions, ballpark promotions, and much more. You can even win great prizes. All you'll need to do is make a free account on Facebook and Twitter, and then visit us at facebook.com/LIDucks and twitter.com/LIDucks. Think you're Long Island's biggest Ducks fan? Get connected now.
Fans, every walk by a Ducks batter this season is presented by City MD Urgent Care. There are over 15 City MD locations across Long Island, offering the comprehensive quality care you need the moment you need it. City MD Urgent Care. Need a doctor? Just walk in.
We walk to the bottom of the first inning. A scoreless game tonight here at Bethpage Ballpark. And on the hill tonight for the Road Warriors, the 25-year-old right-hander from San Juan, Puerto Rico, 6'2", 200-pound Felix Baez, making his 5th appearance of the year. All starts, a 1-3 record, a 6.05 ERA. In 19 1/3 innings, he's allowed 20 hits. He's walked 12, so control has been an issue. That is tied for the 3rd most base on balls in the league of any pitcher, and he has struck out 16. So Baez to deal with the top of the order, and these days that means the left-swinging second baseman and former New York Met Jordany Valdespin to get things going.
And Valdespin among the league leaders in a host of categories, including one of the leading hitters at 374. He is 4th in the league in hitting, and I'd say right among those that you would select as a player of the year to this point.
Absolutely, David. I think you could make a case if you were to hand out the MVP of the Atlantic League today, again about a 1/5 of the way through the season, he's your guy. So Valdespin, to try to get it going for Long Island, he's in the top 4 in the Atlantic League in 8 different categories, and David gave you that whopping average at 374. So Baez with his work cut out early here against Valdespin, and he misses up and away with ball 1. Jordany also has 3 homers and has knocked in 16. Baez 1-0. Fouled straight back to the screen. 1-1 now on Valdespin, who leads the league in runs scored, in hits, in total bases, in extra base hits, and in triples. Yes, it's been that kind of season already for Jordany Valdespin. And again, while we're only 24 games in, almost a lock to play in the All-Star game, which the Ducks are hosting on July 11th. A 1-1 is popped up foul back behind home plate into the club seats for strike 2. Well, behind Felix Baez tonight, he's got Geraldo Valentin at first, Melvin Rodriguez at second, Ozzie Martinez at short, and Gustavo Pierre, his 3rd baseman. Anthony Reyes in left, Matt Hibbert in center, Jorge Fernandez in right, and Chris Rivera doing the catching. 1-2 is way up high as he ran it upstairs, 2 balls and 2 strikes. So first time the Ducks have seen Felix Baez this year, and first time the Road Warriors have seen Jake Fisher. So certainly an advantage to the pitchers, the first time facing any lineup. 2-2 is a little tapper foul back toward the on-deck circle where Emilio Bonifacio will pick it up and hand it to the ball boy. Count holds on Valdespin. Again, the Road Warriors have taken the first 2 games of this series. Tuesday night, a 2-0 win, and last night a shocking 6-3 victory in 12 innings. The Ducks took a 3-0 lead into the 9th, but K-Rod, Francisco Rodriguez, suffered his first blown save. Dan Lyons committed a pair of errors. Road Warriors tied it in the 9th and scored 3 in the 12th to win it. 2-2 is lined into right field for a base hit. So Valdespin gets it going early here for Long Island. Big turn, but he'll head back and the leadoff man aboard as he claps it out at first base.
I mean, you couldn't accurately say that he's a streaky hitter. I mean, he's been on a streak since day one, since at bat one. He's so locked in, and at this point, basically, he can do whatever he wants. I mean, he's Roy Hobbs up there at this point.
It is now a 5-game hitting streak for Giordani. Hits in 10 of his last 12 games. He does have 4 steals in 5 tries, so always a threat to go. We'll keep our eye on him as he's held on by Valentin at first. Here's the 2-man and center fielder, the switch hitting Emilio Bonifacio in for Long Island. No score, bottom of the first. Ducks trying to jump on top. And there's a strike on a nice breaking ball from Felix Baez. No major league experience for Felix Baez. First year as a road warrior, 3rd year professional baseball. In fact, no affiliated ball either for the native of Puerto Rico. 2 years prior of independent ball in the Frontier League, and now his first taste of Atlantic League baseball. 0-1 down and in, and it's 1-1 on Bonifacio. Emilio 0 for 8 in the series. 0 for 4 Tuesday, 0 for 4 last night. And the first time since he's joined the Ducks on May 8th that he has gone hitless in back-to-back games. Remember, his start with the Ducks was a 4 for 5 game up in New Britain his first night and another 4 for 5 game the next night. So he started 8 for 10 as a Duck, as here Valdespin draws a throw from Baez, but he's back easily. And the count remains 1-1 on Bonifacio at the dish.
The Ducks collectively hitting .266, about middle of the pack, but they have moved up to 2nd in team ERA.
Yeah, pitching's been terrific of late. The offense has been the problem for Kevin Baez guys as Bonifacio swings through one here and falls behind 1-2. Ducks start the night 12-11. They are 2nd in the Liberty Division. Somerset lost earlier today, 3-1 at home to Sugar Land. So the Ducks 3.5 back with the Patriots arriving here for a holiday weekend series tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday. Another throw over to first, and back is Valdespin. Road Warriors, meanwhile, are 6-18, last in the Liberty Division, now 10 games back of first place Somerset. But the Road Warriors, again, have won the first 2 games of this series. They're looking for their first 3-game winning streak of the season. Ducks have lost 3 in a row for the first time all year. And here Valdespin really has the attention of Baez, as he's got him throwing over a couple of times, stepping off. And Felix Baez, with good reason, knows what Giordani Valdespin can do to disrupt the baseball game. So he walks that lead right to the cutout. He does go. The pitch is low inside, dropped by the catcher Rivera. So another stolen base for Valdespin, his 5th of the year, and he ties David Washington for the team lead in that category.
5 out of 6 in the larceny department. And you're absolutely right, Chris. Driving Felix Baez to distraction, where he could not concentrate what was happening at the plate. And it just so happened that that ball popped in and out of the mid of Chris Rivera as it was inside. So Valdespin immediately here in scoring position.
So nobody out, 2-2 the count on Bonifacio at home plate. Baez, the righty, working off the third base side of that rubber. Nods in agreement with catcher Chris Rivera's signals. Check a second and now deals. And that got the outside corner. So first strikeout tonight for Felix Baez, 1 away.
Yeah, Tim McCaffrey, home plate umpire. A little bit of a delay in punching a player out. Richard Katz in first, Mike Williams in third. And Travis Snyder coming to the plate. It would behoove the Ducks tonight to get on the board early and establish dominance.
Well, Travis, the DH and 3-man who swings from the left side, on the year a .232 hitter, 3 homers, 14 runs batted in. 2 for 6 last night, drove in 2 of the 3 runs for the Ducks. The only 2 RBIs as the other runs scored on a wild pitch. Here he's fooled on the off-speed offering by Baez and cuts through it, 0-1. So Valdespin still at second, the 1-out runner. No score, last of the first on Bark in the Park night here at Bethpage Ballpark. All the doggies are down the left field line in the picnic area. David and I paid a visit before the game, and they got a good number of dogs in there already, David, and I'm sure more on the way. Valdespin going for third. Here's the throw, and he is going to be out by a country mile. So Valdespin getting a little too aggressive there, David, as he is tagged out. Nice throw by Rivera, and Gustavo Pierre just basically had to touch his body as Giordani didn't even bother to slide. 2 gone.
I know you don't see hit and runs very often with a runner on second base, but there was something very strange about that play.
You're right.
Valdespin, getting just an average jump and not even sliding, as you said, out by plenty.
So again, 2 gone now. Snyder at 1-1 takes the pitch up and away for Giordani. Again, just the 2nd time all year he's been caught stealing. And for the Ducks, only the 6th time all year they have been caught stealing in 29 attempts. The 2-1 is ripped to the first baseman. Valentine on one hop. He will take it to the bag, and that'll do it for Long Island. No runs a hit and nobody left. To the second we go in CI. It's a scoreless game between the Ducks and the Road Warriors.
Hey fans, this is shortstop Dan Lyons, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
We asked people across Long Island, what does energy efficiency mean to you?
Energy efficiency? It means finding ways to save a few dollars on my electric bill each month.
PSEG Long Island is introducing smart technologies that let you control just how much energy you use.
To me, it really is important to keep Long Island green so future generations can enjoy our island's beauty.
And we're partnering on renewable sources that will keep Long Island sustainable for generations. Discover all of our energy efficiency programs at psegLiny.com/efficiency.
Take your group out to the ball game this season and enjoy all the fun of Ducks baseball at discounted prices with the picnic area, luxury suites, the Smokin' Owl's party deck, and so much more. Bringing your group to the game will be an unforgettable experience. The Ducks even offer opportunities to sing the national anthem, serve as the Ridgewood Savings Bank color guard, be the Nicolak Dream Team, put on a pregame performance, or shag fly balls during Ducks batting practice. To book your outing today, call 631-940-3825 and ask for the group sales department. Long Island Ducks Baseball. Good times every time.
And the Ducks Health Report is brought to you by Island Shore Physical Therapy, the official therapist of the Long Island Ducks. We have two players to mention on the injury list. Catcher Audie Affiner, a broken finger that was suffered at Somerset back on May the 3rd. And shoulder tightness for pitcher Andrew Barbosa. That came earlier this month at New Britain.
Ducks also without pitcher Asher Tolliver out of the bullpen tonight, but the lefty is not here for a good reason. His wife is having a baby, their second. Congratulations to the Tolliver family. And again, if you're joining us late, Wilkin Castillo becomes the first Duck to be signed away today by a major league organization in 2018. He goes to the Yankees, and David, he goes high to AAA. He'll play for the Rail Riders out in Scranton-Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania.
That's right. He's not reporting to a developmental league
Yes.
or to a low A team, right to AAA, and we have all the hopes in the world that he can make it up to the show.
Again, trying to get back to the big leagues for Castillo. He was last there with the Cincinnati Reds in 2008 and 2009. So again, congratulations to Castillo. A scoreless game heads to the top of the second. Lefty Jake Fisher retired the side in order in the first, and that means he'll start with a cleanup man and switch hitter. The right fielder, Jorge Fernandez, takes inside for ball one. Fernandez on the year, a .209 hitter, no homers, 3 runs batted in. 1-0 is in the air and well hit to left field. Lou Ford on his horse going over near the track. He won't get there. He'll play it off the wall. Actually, Bonifacio will grab it instead. And it's a leadoff double by Jorge Fernandez here to the gap in left center.
Lou actually got a good jump on it. Bonifacio had too far to come from center field. And just one hop against the wall. So the Road Warriors making real pests of themselves here tonight. Biting at the ankles of the Long Island Ducks on Bark in the Park night, and Fernandez in scoring position.
Yeah, a rare extra base hit here for the Road Warriors. On Tuesday night in their 2-0 win, they had 7 singles and 2 extra base hits. Last night, 10 singles and just 1 double. That was by Matt Hibbert. So they've been nickel and diming the Ducks the last 2 nights. Here's Geraldo Valentin, the first baseman and 5-man from the right side. First pitch from Fisher on the ground is short. Lions will look back Fernandez before throwing across to Washington for the first down. So 1 gone. Fernandez still at second. And it'll bring up the catcher and 6-hitter from the right side, Chris Rivera.
Chris Rivera, number 13.
Rivera at an even 200 on the year, no homers, 2 runs batted in. 1 for 5 last night with a single, and did not play in Tuesday night's victory for the Road Warriors. Again, when the Road Warriors won here 2-0 on Tuesday night, for them it snapped a 12-game losing streak this year. The first pitch coming here to Rivera, and that's a strike, and it snapped a 17-game losing streak they had to the Long Island Ducks. So the Ducks had won the previous 17 matchups between these two teams when the series began on Tuesday night. Fisher's 0-1 to Rivera after a couple of checks of Fernandez at second. He's going to step off and everybody will reset. So again, this is only the third series the Road Warriors have ever won from the Long Island Ducks in the 7 years that these two teams have been playing against each other. 38 total series, just their third victory in a series and their first since 2006. Here, Fisher's changeup misses up and away, 1 ball and 1 strike. Ducks all-time are 94-19 against the Road Warriors.
Wow.
And how about this, David? 37-4 in the last 41 games. 1-1 here is downstairs. 2-1 now to Rivera.
Well, that domination doesn't mean much right now.
Nope.
And the Road Warriors, again, no pushovers. Despite the record, we've seen this every time they've been in the league. You know, everyone on the team is trying to prove something.
Yep.
To those who are watching and to themselves, and they'll give it all they've got.
2-1. And Rivera puts it in the air. Again, left center field and well hit. Ford going back at the track, and that ball is off the wall once again. Fernandez had to wait. He's going to be sent home. Valdespin's throw, not in time. The head-first slide has him in. So it's an RBI double for Chris Rivera, and the Road Warriors are on top here, 1-0 in the top of the second.
So basically, that shot by Rivera mirrored the one from Jorge Fernandez leading off the inning to left center field over the head of Lou Ford. And Valdespin wasn't aware that Fernandez had stopped at third base. Then Fernandez delaying that trip home, and the throw was late. So a run up on the board for the Road Warriors.
Yeah, Ducks definitely had a chance to get him had they played it correctly, but instead they didn't. So Chris Rivera picks up RBI number 3 on the season. 1-0 Road Warriors in the second. Here's Melvin Rodriguez, and he takes low and in. So that breaks up the run of 17 straight scoreless innings pitched by Jake Fisher. Each of his last 2 outings, David, he went 8 innings of shutout ball. So the Road Warriors get to him here in the second for a single run thus far and are looking for more. The 1-0 is up and in. 2-0 now to Rodriguez, who on the year is a .244 hitter, a homer, and 3 knocked in. So again, the Road Warriors only had 2 extra base hits all of Tuesday night. 1 extra base hit last night. Their first 2 hits tonight both go for extra bases as Rodriguez fouls it straight back into the club seats for strike 1.
I think speaking on behalf of all Duck fans, and especially the Ducks themselves, but from what we've seen the last 2 nights and here tonight, the Road Warriors proving to be very annoying.
Yes. Those pesky Road Warriors, right, David?
Man.
Incredible. The 2-1 is bounced slowly towards second. Valdespin charges, fields, fires. Did he get him? He did. So nice play by Jordani Valdespin for the second out, as crossing the third is Chris Rivera.
Rodriguez runs pretty well, but Valdespin, with all that Major League experience, knew just how much time he had and made a sure throw to Washington for that big second out.
So Rivera at third, 2 gone, and here's the DH and 8-man from the right side, Alfredo Silverio, who has had himself a monster series. Overall on the year, he's batting .203, 3 homers, 9 runs batted in. So Fisher trying to limit the damage here. The first pitch to him is hit on a line off the glove of the leaping shortstop Dan Lyons and into left field. Scoring is Chris Rivera. Alfredo Silverio continues to take it to the Ducks here, and he has made it a 2-0 game with a RBI single.
Yeah, Rivera just trots on home. That thing was ripped. Dan Lyons jumping as high as he possibly could. All 5'10" of him. Needed a couple of more inches to snare that one, so Road Warriors even more annoying than they were a couple of minutes ago. Now up 2-0 here at Bethpage Ballpark.
Again, the Ducks swept the Road Warriors here last week, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Road Warriors trying to return the favor after winning Tuesday and last night. Here, a bunt attempt by Anthony Ray is unsuccessful. And let's see if they say he got the bat head back. No, he didn't. And it's strike 1 to him. So Silverio on the series now 4 for 10. He's scored 3 runs. He's driven in 4. On Tuesday night, he had a homer, a double, and drove in both runs. And last night, he drove in the game-winning run in the top of the 12th. So the Ducks have had no answer for Silverio, who has batted 8th or 9th in all 3 games, but is doing the damage from the bottom of the order. Here, poked into center field by Anthony Ray. 4th hit of the inning for the Road Warriors. And they have first and second and 2 away as they go back to the top of the order for Ozzie Martinez.
It is very, very strange, almost shocking to see Jake Fisher being pounded like this here in the second inning. And a couple of balls have been hit very hard. For Anthony Ray, that was just a bloop to center, but damage has already been done, and the Road Warriors may not be through trying to give their manager a very happy birthday present here at Bethpage Ballpark tonight.
Yeah, Eli Rodriguez celebrating his 72nd birthday tonight, and David's right about Jake Fisher. His last outing Friday in Somerset, in 8 innings, he gave up only 4 total hits and no runs. He's given up 4 hits here in the second inning alone and 2 runs on the board. So he's got to limit the damage with Ozzie Martinez, former major leaguer who played 34 games for the Marlins back in 2010 and 2011. Always dangerous at the top of the order. And here he grounded out his first time up. He pokes it to first. Should be an easy play for David Washington. He will take it to the bag. But not before the Road Warriors score 2 runs on 4 hits and leave a pair. We go to the bottom of the second in CI. The traveling squad up on top of the flock, 2-zip.
Hey fans, this is pitcher Rob Rogers, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Hey Ducks fans, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks is the Radisson Hotel Hauppauge, Long Island. It's centrally located on the north shore of Long Island and offers a home away from home for both business and leisure guests. The Radisson Hotel Hauppauge, Long Island features an indoor pool, 24-hour business center, a fitness center, and complimentary Wi-Fi in all guest rooms. Enjoy the contemporary American cuisine at the Fountain Grill restaurant or grab a quick bite to eat at Cafe Pronto. And best of all, it's only minutes away from Bethpage Ballpark. The Radisson Hotel Hauppauge, Long Island, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks. Call 631-231-1100 today. That's 631-231-1100.
Baseball fans, the Long Island Ducks mobile app has officially arrived. Powered by Clear Vision Apps, it's your one-stop shop for all things Ducks baseball. Buy tickets straight from your mobile device. Receive game status updates with push notifications. Check out up-to-the-minute news and scores and interact with the Ducks on social media. Best of all, it's free. Download the Ducks mobile app today by visiting the App Store on your Apple-powered device or Google Play on your Android-powered device. The Long Island Ducks mobile app, with you wherever you flock to.
Well, Duck fans, you can follow all season long as the Long Island Ducks try to meet the Chappy's Home Run Challenge. If the Ducks reach 100 home runs collectively, Chappy's Funeral Homes will donate $5,000 to the Quackerjack Foundation. Chappy's Funeral Homes, where caring for others is their family tradition. And then we check the Ducks home run total. 19 homers hit this season in their first 23 games. If you extrapolate that out, and Chris, you know me well enough to know that I will extrapolate anytime I have a chance, the Ducks would reach 100 rather easily at this pace.
Okay.
Of course, the Ducks in many previous seasons start out slowly and heat up when the weather heats up, but the Ducks have gotten off to a good start in the home run department, and they seek to meet that Chappy's Home Run Challenge. Most importantly, the Ducks are in a 2-0 hole early here against the Road Warriors.
Well, we head to the bottom of the second with that 2-run deficit, and the Ducks' Lou Ford, the cleanup man and left fielder, stands in from the right to face Felix Baez for the Road Warriors, their right-hand starter. First pitch to Lou is in there for strike one. Ford batting .271, fourth best average on the flock, a pair of homers, and 15 runs batted in. That's third for Long Island. The 0-1 is downstairs, skips away from the catcher Rivera, but no harm with nobody aboard, and the count level now on Ford. So Ford followed by Washington and Fields, the middle of Kevin Baez's order tonight. The 1-1 is down and away. 2 balls and a strike on the 41-year-old hitting coach, Lou Ford, who will actually turn 42 in August, if you can believe that.
August the 12th, age 42, not just a DH, playing the outfield tonight.
2-1 is in there for a strike, so Baez levels the count. Lou took time, climbed out, steps back in. And now the 2-2. Ooh, the bat went flying as he swung through. It almost took out the bat boy for the Road Warriors, but Felix Baez has his second strikeout of the night, his first swinging K, one away.
Well, that shows that you handle a baseball bat the way you handle a golf club. It's always been said that it's as if you're holding a bird and you don't want to let the bird get away. And, of course, that bird story featured on our pregame show with what happened here at Bark in the Park night last year. But for Lou, you know, very relaxed at the plate, took a swing, bat came loose, one down.
So it'll give David Washington a chance here. The big first baseman swings from the left side in the 5-hole tonight for KB. So good start for Baez thus far. His first pitch to David is taken foul down the left field line, out of play for strike one. Washington batting .256. His 5 homers are tied for second in the league, and his 19 runs batted in lead Long Island. That's 5th best in the circuit.
He does not get cheated on his cuts, and his home runs are anything but cheap.
Long and loud, every one of them thus far. So Baez trying to keep it out of his wheelhouse. Up and away, 1-1. In a bit of a slump, though. Washington, no homers in his last 8 games, only 1 homer in his last 16 contests. A 1-1 is again high and away. He started so hot for the Ducks, 4 homers in the first 7 games, but now he's cooled off a little bit. And sometimes, David, we see sluggers go in stretches where they're red hot and then they get cold and they get red hot again, and I think it's just around the corner for David Washington.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And he's got to be enjoying this weather, being a San Diego native.
Yes. 2-1 here is still up and away, so Baez nowhere near anything that's reachable for David Washington, and a good count for the slugger at 3 balls and 1 strike. Again, Ducks trailing 2-0 in the home second. Baez offering is up and away, ball 4, so our first walk of the game. Brought to you by City MD Urgent Care. There are over 15 City MD locations across Long Island. Need a doctor? Just walk in.
Yeah, we talked about Washington not getting cheated on his cuts. He does lead the league in strikeouts. 39 times he has struck out. But getting a base on balls here, I think the Road Warriors, and specifically Felix Baez, know how dangerous he is, and now he's aboard, tying run at the plate early on.
I'm going to bring up Daniel Fields, the right fielder and 6-man from the left side. So Fields representing the tying run at home. Daniel is yet to homer this season for the Ducks. And here an excuse me check swing foul ball. He can't believe it, but he's down in the count 0-1. Fields batting .238. Again, no home runs and 3 runs batted in.
1 for 5 last night with a run scored in that 12-inning, 6-3 shocker of a loss to the Road Warriors here at Bethpage Ballpark.
A couple of shocking elements, especially in that 9th inning. And again, the Ducks led it 3-0 as Baez misses down and in. Ducks were 11-0 this year, leading after 7 innings. They were 9-0, leading after 8. But they take a 3-0 lead to the 9th. Dan Lyons, the shortstop, maybe the best defensive shortstop this league has ever seen, makes 2 errors in the 9th inning. That lead directly to 3 runs, and K-Rod, Francisco Rodriguez, suffers his first blown save. Well, David Washington here gets hung up between first and second. They will run him down now, and he is tagged out. So David, 2 base running blunders in 2 innings for Long Island, as Valdespin was out at third by a country mile trying to steal in the opening inning. And now David Washington just got caught in no man's land, and he's taken off the base paths as well.
So does that go down as a picked off or caught stealing? I
think caught stealing because he broke for second.
Exactly.
Yeah,
he took off, so caught stealing, I believe, goes 1-6.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see how they scored officially, but tough start for the Ducks. Again, down 2 and have lost 2 base runners in as many innings. So Daniel Fields now the 2-out hitter with nobody on, and he waves through that one. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Fields has feasted on the Road Warriors this year. He's batting .357 against them. Tonight, the 6th meeting of the year between the 2 clubs. And Ducks won all 3 last week from him. Road Warriors trying to do the same this week. Baez 1-2. And that foul back off the catcher Rivera, count hold.
You know, we talk about the fact that it was a shocker of a loss last night. It was one of 3 shockers. The Mets had a lead that was blown in the 9th inning against the Marlins, a game that they should have won. Therese Familia blew that one. And the Yankees with that very strange 12-10 loss against the Rangers.
The Yankees led 4-0 and 10-5. Yankees scored 10 runs and lose? What? 1-2 is way up and away. So you're right, David. All things that don't usually happen, right? Yankees in that situation, 10 runs, they're going to win. Therese Familia on the hill for the Mets in the 9th, they're going to win. And K-Rod on the hill for the Ducks, who had, again, 5 games as a member of the flock, a win and 4 saves. Had been lights out so far, but those 2 Dan Lyons errors open the floodgates for the Road Warriors to tie it, and then win it in the 12th as Fields grounds it foul. The count's still 2-2.
Well, bad things come in 3s. They came in 3s last night.
You know, all 3 local baseball teams suffering tough losses in nights they usually would have all won. Instead, they all picked up the L. So count 2-2 on Fields, trying to keep the inning alive for Long Island. Baez kicks and comes home. And that a check swing. They appeal and say he went around, so make it 3 strikeouts for the right-hander. And that'll do it for Long Island. No runs, no hits, a walk, nobody left on that caught stealing. We go to the third at the Duck Pond. The Road Warriors have a 2-0 advantage.
Hey fans, this is Bud Harrelson, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Going way back is Joe Holden, and he is looking up, and that one is headed to field 5 at Robert Moses. The waves are gnarly, and the Ducks have tied it at 1. That was another home run for the Ducks. And Duck fans, what's more fun than a home run that helps the Ducks win a game? How about a homer that helps the community win? Chappy's Funeral Home and the Long Island Ducks have once again teamed up for the Chappy's Home Run Challenge. If the Ducks hit 100 homers this season, Chappy's Funeral Home will donate $5,000 to the Quackerjack Foundation. So every time a Ducks hitter goes deep this season, watch for the Chappy's Challenge home run count on the scoreboard. And if we reach 100, we're all a winner. Chappy's Funeral Home, where caring for others is a family tradition.
Can't get enough of the Long Island Ducks? Well, now you can get even more inside info on your favorite hometown team through Facebook and Twitter. The Ducks are constantly updating fans through social media with scores, transactions, ballpark promotions, and much more. You can even win great prizes. All you'll need to do is make a free account on Facebook and Twitter, and then visit us at facebook.com/LIDucks and twitter.com/LIDucks. Think you're Long Island's biggest Ducks fan? Get connected now.
Back at Bethpage Ballpark, David Weiss and the Kinger, Chris King. Ducks, Road Warriors. Ducks trying to avoid the sweep. They've never been swept by the Road Warriors in their history. The Ducks trailing 2-0 going to the top of the third. A quick check of the out-of-town scoreboard right now.
Hey, a couple of matinees to tell you about. The first in Bridgewater, New Jersey. Good news for the Ducks is the Sugarland Skeeters salvaged the finale against the Somerset Patriots. They beat them 3-1. So again, the Ducks start the night 3.5 games back of the first-place Pats in the Liberty Division. In Lancaster today at Clipper Magazine Stadium, the Barnstormers' franchise record 12-game winning streak finally came to an end as York salvaged the finale there. They won it 7-0, and the only other game in the league tonight is in Waldorf, Maryland, as the Blue Crabs host the Bees in a rubber game of that 3-game series. Here we go to the third with the Road Warriors up 2-0, and Jake Fisher gets a swinging strike out of Matt Hibbert, who he struck out looking back in the opening inning, 0-1. Mets tonight open a 4-game series in Milwaukee against the Brewers. The Yankees are off. They will welcome in the Angels for a 3-game set starting tomorrow night in the Bronx. Another strike from Fisher here, and suddenly Matt Hibbert down 0-2. Jake's toss is low and in for ball 1.
Jake trying to right the ship here. A very quick 1-2-3 inning in the top of the first, but in the second, things came apart a bit. 2 runs given up, 4 hits. And Jake now trying to reestablish some dominance here using a lot of breaking stuff.
Again, a last pitch Friday night in Somerset, a no decision in a very difficult 1-0 loss, as here he gets a swinging strikeout this time on Hibbert. So 2 Ks tonight for the lefty, both have been Hibbert, and there's 1 away.
You know, you mentioned the Lancaster Barnstormers, Chris, off to an 18-5 start, by far the best record in the Atlantic League.
Yep.
And that makes Dave Collins, our buddy,
Yes.
very, very happy for a couple of reasons. First of all, he is the play-by-play man for the Lancaster Barnstormers, and he's a big Washington Capitals fan.
Yes, he is. I saw his post today on Facebook, loving life. Here's a big fly ball to left off the bat of Gustavo Pierre, and Lou Ford will just watch it sail over the wall. Oh, did Pierre mash that one? His 4th home run of the season. That leads the Road Warriors and makes it a 3-0 game in favor of the visitors.
That was an off-speed pitch, as if Pierre was picking the pocket of Jake Fisher. He was looking for it, and as you said, he just creamed it over the King Cullen sign. Spill aisle 7, 3-0 Road Warriors.
3rd home run allowed this season by the Ducks left-hander, and the Road Warriors with 2 in the second, now 1 in the third, have a 3-0 advantage. So 1 away. Here's Jorge Fernandez, the cleanup man. He doubled and scored in the 2-run second. Very un-Jake Fisher-like, as here another base hit through the left side. So Fernandez is 2 for 2 now with a single and a double. And again, Fisher, Friday in Somerset County, New Jersey, David, 8 innings of 4-hit shutout ball. Didn't walk anybody, struck out 4. The game before that was here against Sugar Land. 8 innings of 6 at shutout ball with no walks and 10 strikeouts. So, again, he brought in a run of 16 scoreless innings. Road Warriors have scored in 2 of the 3 frames against him already. Here's Geraldo Valentin trying to continue the hit parade with Fernandez at first and 1 away. And Jake's curveball in for strike 1.
I would think the leash would be a long one from Kevin Baez, skipper of the Ducks. It is up to Fisher right here to try to find himself. Obviously, doesn't have his best stuff. Can he make it work, though? Can he figure it out?
0-1 is a little tapper foul, a cue ball for strike 2. I asked Kevin tonight about Jake Fisher, and he said it's about his confidence, his poise. He knows how to pitch. Great curveball, the cutter, the fastball, but the changeup has been the outpitch of late. So we'll see if he goes back to that bread and butter to get himself back on track. A rare, rough start for Jake Fisher, who, as David pointed out, has kind of quietly become the ace of the staff for the Long Island Ducks. He came in with the 9th best ERA in the Atlantic League at under 2.5. 0-2 here is fisted foul, and the count holds on Valentin. Fisher joined the Ducks late last year, made his Long Island debut September 8th, 2 games in the regular season, then 2 starts in the playoffs. Only affiliated ball in his career. He played rookie ball in the Dodgers organization in 2013, and that was it for Jake as far as affiliated ball. Little poke here is going to get down in the left center. Up with it quickly is Bonifacio. So 3 straight 1-out hits for the Road Warriors, who are in business here with first and second and 1 away for Chris Rivera.
We've seen a little bit of everything from the Road Warriors here. They've hit the ball hard. They had that long home run by Pierre just moments ago. Now a bloop off the bat of Valentin. So everything is going wrong for Fisher right now, but he certainly has it within him to right this ship, try to get back on track and not let the deficit grow any larger.
And again, last night Kevin Baez had to use 6 relievers out of the bullpen in a 12-inning loss. So as David pointed out, he wants length 2 out of Jake Fisher tonight. Play on at second, and did they get him? No. Just back in under the tag was Jorge Fernandez as Valdespin tried to take him off the base path. So almost got a nice out there, the Ducks did, but close play, bang, bang. Hernandez got the hand in there. And now the first pitch coming to Rivera, who drove in a run with a double and scored last inning. Waves through this one for strike 1. 3-0 Road Warriors in the top of the 3rd. They're out hitting the Ducks 7-1.
As you mentioned, Chris, it's not Jake Fisher who's going to blow you away with the fastball. He's got that off-speed stuff. He uses the fastball to set up the slow stuff.
There's a swinging strike, and again he's out in front, 0-2. Yeah, Fisher on Friday in New Jersey only allowed 1 Patriot to get to third base the whole night. Retired the final 7 men he faced. 99 pitches, David, 70 of them were strikes.
Wow.
70. That's crazy. The 0-2 is low and in. Ball 1 now to Rivera.
He has not walked a man here tonight, but the Road Warriors, plenty of contact. So they've struck out twice, 2 strikeouts. Matt Hibbert going down twice, once looking, once swinging. Everybody else making contact.
Yeah, no walks and 16 strikeouts now in his last 3 games. 1-2 is crushed but foul down the left field line out near the Doggies. It is Bark in the Park night. All the pooches are up in the picnic area tonight.
They are excited down there. Saw a lot of lambs, saw some mixed breeds. Talking to a couple of folks on the way in who had recently adopted a rescue and brought him to the ballpark, which is great to see.
That's awesome.
Yes, the fans are on 2 legs and 4 tonight.
1-2 is a breaking ball outside to even things up, and certainly not out of the question, David, if a righty gets in front of one. We've seen balls go on that patio, party deck out there in the picnic area. Picnic area is where the dogs are. So can you imagine the race for the dogs for a baseball? If it goes into the picnic area, they'll think it's playtime.
Oh, yeah, be fetch.
This one is headed that way. Let's see if it's going to get there. It might. No, just short. Not too far short, though. That's what I'm talking about. That kind of ball, if it lands in that picnic area, oh, my goodness, it's playtime for the pooches.
Well, let's put it this way. If it lands in the picnic area and it ends up in the mouth of a doggy who wants to give it back, forget the spitball. You're going to have a slobber ball.
Oh, yeah. 2-2 here is popped up out of play behind home plate, the count hold. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. And I was kidding with David in an email exchange the last couple of days. Many years ago, you, I, and Mike Graham in the early years of Ducks baseball, did a couple of games from the party deck down there, down the left field line. We should have set up with the Pooches, David.
That was fun.
That was such a fun night. The 2-tier is grounded foul. So we put our broadcast equipment, thank God we had Doug Anderson with us to set everything up and run all the telephone lines down to the party deck. Remember that? And we took the game in from a totally different perspective, right? It was so different calling the game from the party deck than it is from the catbird seat here behind home plate.
Yeah, down the left field line, so the angles were different, but we were immersed in the crowd. Had
it
a
was great.
Great time.
It was really a lot of fun. So I kiddingly said to David, we should set up right in the middle of the dogs and just let them jump all over us all night and hear the real sounds of the game tonight, right? Well, we'll see. We have heard them in the past, so we'll get that crowd mic going later in the game and see if we can pick up some barking for you. As here, real good battle at home plate by Chris Rivera, fouling off several 2-2 pitches from Jake Fisher, making the lefty work. With, again, the Road Warriors already a run in here in a third, a 3-0 lead, and they have first and second, one away for their catcher and six-hitter. We'll check Fisher's pitch count in a second here because it's certainly climbing. 2-2 here is popped up, though, foul territory. Behind home plate, Ramon Cabrera, the catcher, on the warning track, but he can't get to it. So just out of his reach, and the battle continues for Rivera at home plate.
Well, I'll tell you, the Ducks catcher, Cabrera, had time to get back there, but I think he had trouble picking it up. He knew it was in play, wasn't exactly sure where. By the time he picked it up, it bounced about 5 or 6 feet from where he was.
So 45 pitches unofficially for Fisher here, who again threw 99 in 8 innings Friday night over in New Jersey in a 1-0 loss to the Patriots that opened that series. Play on at second, no, just a fake this time as Valdespin continues to try to get Fernandez off second base, but he scampered back. Road Warriors with 7 hits already. The Ducks have just 1. Fisher here asking Cabrera to roll through the signs once more. And now Jake's 2-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. So third strikeout of the game for the left-hander. 2 away.
Looked like a tailing fastball. And again, something a little short of 100 miles an hour, but when you contrast that with all of the change-ups and curves that Jake throws, it comes in a lot quicker, and Rivera just wasn't able to reach that.
So let's see if Jake can limit the damage to the 1 run on the board. He's got Melvin Rodriguez at the dish here, 2 on, 2 out. There's a nice curveball, but missed low. Ball 1 to Rodriguez, who pulled it on the ground to Valdespin his first time up. Again, Road Warriors trying to win their 3rd straight game for the first time all year. They've had 2 other 2-game winning streaks. Haven't been able to follow it up with a 3rd victory, as here the curve comes in for a strike. And the count 1-1. The Ducks have lost 3 straight games overall for the first time all year. And Long Island has dropped 4 of the last 5, with the Patriots arriving tomorrow for a huge 3-game series. Pulled again to the right side, this time to the first baseman. David Washington takes it to the bag to retire the side. But the Warriors get a run on 3 hits. They leave a pair. Gustavo Pierre's solo homer to left makes it 3-0 Road Warriors as we head to the home third.
Hey fans, this is manager Kevin Baez, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Oh, I love it. The color of my new Nicolot patio is so vibrant. It's unlike anything I've ever seen.
You're welcome. I'm just going to go finish that Nicolot walkway now.
Make your pavers vivid Nicolot pavers. The best looking, most vibrant pavers with the most 3-color blends in the industry. Featuring Nicolot's exclusive paver shield and color blending technology. With color throughout and guaranteed not to fade. Live life in color with Nicolot. Visit Nicolot.com.
Have your birthday at the ballpark this season and celebrate with the flock. Kona Ice birthday party packages with the Long Island Ducks are now available. Each package includes 10 box seats, a commemorative birthday t-shirt and autographed baseball, refreshments including hot dogs, chips, cupcakes, frozen ice treats, and so much more. Best of all, the birthday child will stand on the dugout while the entire crowd sings happy birthday. Reserve your party today by calling the group sales department at 631-940-3825. Kona Ice birthday parties with the Long Island Ducks, a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
Hey, Duck fans, the final out of the top of the third was the 15th out of tonight's ball game. Did you know that a 15-minute call to Geico could save you 15% or more on your car insurance? Get a free quote today. Call 1-800-947-AUTO. That's 1-800-947-AUTO, or visit geico.com.
Well, we go to the bottom of the third. Road Warriors with a 3-0 lead, and their righty starter, Felix Baez, has faced the minimum 6 Long Island Ducks through 2 innings. The Ducks have had 2 base runners on a Valdespin single and a Washington walk, but both of those gentlemen were caught stealing to take them off the base pads, and Baez has retired all the other Ducks he has faced. So that means 7, 8, 9 due in the order. Ramon Cabrera, Alex Soleil, and Dan Lyons. It starts with Cabrera, the catcher that made his Ducks debut here against the Road Warriors last week in Game 1 of the doubleheader on Thursday. Ducks bringing in Ramon Cabrera at the time to be the backup catcher to Wilkin Castillo, but Wilkin Castillo signed by the Yankees today. So, Ramon, you are now the starting catcher for the Long Island Ducks, and he takes strike 1 from Felix Baez. Ramon Cabrera, in his 2 games as a Duck, hitting .167, no homers, a run batted in. He's 1 for 6 in those 2 contests. Here he bounces one the other way to short. Ozzie Martinez has it go off the heel of his glove, and the Ducks will get a base runner on the E6.
I don't know. I'd give him an infield single. Let's see how they score it. It is an E6.
It's a catcher running, and it was slowly hit, David. I'll give you that. And Martinez, I'm not sure what happened to him there, but maybe it had a little English on it. Looked like it spun off the heel of that mitt, and the Ducks will take it. They need some base runners here, down 3.
I guess I'm a rather generous official scorer if it were up to me, but nonetheless, the Ducks need base runners. They need runs. It's still early. They got some work to do in a 3-0 hole.
All right, here's their third baseman, an 8-man from the left side, Alex Soleil, standing in. He gets a chance to play tonight as Cody Puckett gets the night off with a righty on the hill. Kevin Baez going with the lefty stick, and Soleil takes ball 1. He's hitting .207, no homers, 3 runs batted in. First appearance in this series for Alec. And he puts it in the air to center field, and it gets down in front of Hibbert, who blocks it. Play on at second. Remember, that's a force, and they got him.
Wow.
So the rare 8-4 force out at second base, 1 gone. And again, David, he can't put that on Cabrera. He's got to wait and see if that ball is caught or not. And by the time he could determine it, good job by Hibbert to get the throw in and get the lead runner here for the first out.
That was a line drive, that sinker that was hit right at the center fielder, Hibbert. And from where we were sitting, I thought he made the catch, but obviously ruled that he trapped it. And the throw in did beat Cabrera to second base.
So again, the fielder's choice 8-4. Cabrera forced out there. Soleil the 1-out runner at first. And here's the 9-man in shortstop, Dan Lyons, for the fly. Baez pitch low and in for ball 1. Danny on the year hitting .224, a homer, and a dozen runs batted in.
And he'd certainly like to make amends for what happened in the 9th inning last night. Danny, bottom of the order, but the top of everybody's list in terms of who they root for.
1-0 here is in at the belt. Again, the Ducks took a 3-0 lead to the 9th inning last night. Brought in K-Rod, Francisco Rodriguez. But Dan Lyons committed a fielding error that allowed 2 runs to score, and then a throwing error that allowed the Road Warriors to tie it, and the Warriors would win it by scoring 3 times in the 12th, 6-3. Here off and running is Soleil. The throw by the catcher Rivera sails into center field. Alec up now. He's going to go for third. Here's Hibbert's throw. He slides and he's in there.
Wow.
So stolen base, and then the E2 on the catcher Rivera's throw is what gets him to third. And Long Island finally with a man at third for the first time in the game.
Yeah, that throw had no chance from catcher Chris Rivera, just sailing into center field. It looked like Hibbert had a chance to get the runner, Soleil, at third base, but Soleil just getting in there. So with 1 down, Ducks 90 feet away from scoring their first run.
So first stolen base of the year for Alex Soleil. And Dan Lyons trying to deliver him here, now needing just a fly ball to get Long Island on the board. He's at 3-0. And there's a strike, 3-1. Fans really excited about that stolen base, David.
They're going nuts.
Got some youngsters behind home plate here directly under our shotgun microphone to bring you the true sounds of the game, and they are part of it, no doubt. 3-1 here is a swing and a miss, but it gets away from Rivera, and scoring from third is Alex Soleil. The Ducks are on the board, and it's a 3-1 game.
Duck fans love it. Little fillet of Soleil bringing in the Ducks' first run, and they now trail by 2. And Alec, something of a manufactured run here with the stolen base, streaking to third on an error, and coming home on what will probably be scored a wild pitch.
It is officially a wild pitch, so you're right, David. Talking about a run without a hit, the Ducks have just done that. It'll be a payoff pitch to Dan Lyon. Oh, up and in. Had him ducking under it. And that's another walk brought to you by City MD Urgent Care. There are over 15 City MD locations across Long Island. Need a doctor? Just walk in. Second walk tonight for Baez. And it'll bring the tying run to the plate for Long Island here in Jordani Valdespin.
A strange inning this has been. An error, then a fielder's choice from center field to second base,
Yes.
8-4. A stolen base, another error, a wild pitch, now a walk. So the Ducks don't have a hit, but they've got the tying run of the plate.
Well, Valdespin stands in. He singled to right to open the game, stole second, and then was thrown out trying to swipe third. So Long Island on the board. It's a 3-1 game. Both teams scoring in inning number 3. And Valdespin, a little discussion with home plate umpire Tim McCaffrey here.
And the sprinklers have gone on, Chris.
Oh, David, you can't make this up. Last year, it's a bird brawl on Bark in the Park night, and now the sprinklers go off in the outfield. Luckily, David, they're all pointing toward the outfield at the back of the infield, so I don't think anybody got wet, but everybody got a kick out of it, and now they got to get those turned off.
Well, the sprinklers are located where the infield grass meets the outfield. The infield dirt meets the outfield. And as Chris said, they are oscillating, but they're going back and forth, pointing towards the outfield. So we've got a man-made rain delay here at Bethpage Ballpark.
What is it about Bark in the Park night? You bring the dogs out and suddenly we have a bird fight, and then I know dogs love water, David, but I don't think they're going to get any from that vantage point. It's incredible. You just can't make it up.
Now the starter for the Road Warriors on the mound, Felix Baez, just taking some warm-up tosses to keep warm. And now the sprinklers have been turned off. So a rain delay of about, I'd say, 45 to 50 seconds, and we're back in business.
Just incredible for the second straight year. Strange occurrences on Bark in the Park night. So let's see if it affects Valdespin or perhaps Baez. As David pointed out, he did take a warm-up toss, and Jordani sees it high for ball 1.
Now I wonder if you go to the Atlantic League website and they're up to date by second, whether for 50 seconds it said SD, sprinkler delay.
Sprinkler delay.
But the game has resumed.
It'll be a 1-0, but first a toss over to first to get Lyons back there. Danny has not attempted a stolen base this season.
Now, fortunately, that occurred between pitches. Can you imagine if, let's say, a ground ball or if there was something hit in the air?
Or about a home run, Roy Hobbs style, bringing the water.
How about that?
The 1-0, literally a rainmaker, David, is blowing inside 2-0.
Now, let's say at the plate, Valdespin had hit a pop-up, and a player was affected by the sprinklers going on. And
that's interesting.
How
right?
would the umpires have ruled?
Yeah, if that infielder had to back through the sprinkler to try to make the catch, right? Where do you find that in the rule book?
Interference because of a sprinkler.
Incredible. So it did stop, as David said, a little under a minute it appeared. And now the 2-0 is popped up foul, third base side. Strike 1 on Valdespin. Valdespin, the Ducks' leading hitter this year against the Road Warriors, came in hitting .364 against their pitching staff, but that's going to go up as he's 1 for 1 tonight. And Jordani extended his hitting streak to 5 games and has hits in all 3 games of this series against the traveling squad. So let's see if the hottest Duck all year long can get aboard here. That would put the tying runs on for Long Island and the potential go-ahead run at the plate in Bonifacio, who's on deck. Baez 2-1 in there to even things up. Valdespin chatting it over with home plate umpire Tim McCaffrey. And Kevin Baez, the skipper of the Ducks, going through the signs down at third. Baez looking home and checking Lyons, who's got short lead at first, shy of the cutout. The 2-2 popped up, might be playable, third base side. The third baseman Pierre is there, but it's off the roof of the visiting dugout and then spins up into the 200 seats where the chase is on.
I just received a text from my wife. I'm not sure what's happening tonight, but at that very moment that the sprinklers went on, my garage door opened. What is going on here tonight?
This is crazy. We've got some supernatural powers operating somewhere, something, right?
I think the dogs are responsible.
I think they are, too.
They're playing pranks on everybody tonight.
Every dog loves a good drink of water, right? They figured if we can get it on, then maybe we can get out there. So
even
part
better,
A worked.
Even better than a fire hydrant,
That's right. That's right. Part A of their plan worked to perfection. They just weren't able to break free. A 2-2 to Valdespine is coming from Felix Baez. And that low and in, so Giordani has worked it full.
Well, Baez has walked 2 batters here tonight. Go along with his 3 strikeouts. Again, the Ducks do not have a hit in this inning, but they do have a run and looking for more with one of the league's best hitters, and most likely the MVP of the league to this point at the plate.
He's got the only hit tonight for Long Island as well. He led off the game with a single to right, and the Ducks haven't had a base hit since. So let's see if Lyons goes here on a 1-out payoff. He's at the cutout. He does. Pitch is taken the other way. Perfectly done by Valdespine through the shortstop hole. Lyons to third. Kevin Baez windmilling him home. Here comes the throw. Dan Lyons slides and he's in there. It's an RBI single for Giordani Valdespine, and the Ducks are within 1. It's a 3-2 game.
That is what you call a professional at the plate. Taking off was Dan Lyons in the attempted steal. It was a hit and run, and hitting through the vacated hole as shortstop Ozzie Martinez went over to cover second. Valdespine going the other way and hit it all the way into the left center field gap. Kevin Baez always aggressive in that third base coaching box. Windmilling the runner, Dan Lyons all the way home. Beat the throw, it's 3-2.
So the Ducks now within 1. Still just 1 away. Valdespine alertly took second on the throw home. And a base hit could tie this one up. Here's Bonifacio, who struck out looking in the opening inning. Baez pitch, taken high in the air, but foul out of play, third base side. So for Giordani Valdespine, his league-leading 39th hit of the year. Mentioned also leads the league in runs scored, in total bases, in triples, in extra base hits. And he's 2 for 2 tonight, came in at 374 overall. Going to see that average rise. 0-1 here is low, gets away from the catcher Rivera. Going to third is Valdespine, and he's there standing up. So now the tying run 90 feet away, and a deep fly could make it a 3-all game.
Well, see, that looked more like a pass ball than a wild pitch, but the result is the same. Valdespine now at third base.
It is a wild pitch, the second of the inning. And what a tough frame already for the Road Warriors. 2 wild pitches, 2 errors, a walk, and now a chance for Bonifacio to bring Long Island even. 1-1 here, down and in for ball 2.
So things coming apart for the Road Warriors here in the bottom of the third, but they still have a 1-run lead, precarious as it is.
Bonifacio again looking for his first hit of the series. He is 0 for 9. Has been one of the hottest hitters since joining the Ducks May 8th in New Britain, Connecticut. 2-1 here is poked away, out of play, down near the doggies again. That one goes, but I don't know. Did that one reach the picnic area? It's awful close, David. We need a reporter down there. Where's Mike Graham when we need him? That's the other thing you and I and Mike used to do in the early days. Remember, we'd have one of us as the roving reporter with the wireless microphone, right? We had 2 in the booth and 1 in the crowd.
I did most of that and
yep,
loved
you
it.
did. You did an unbelievable job with that, David.
With Duck fans, every fan is a story. We had a lot of fun with that.
We really did. 2-2 coming. And that in the air again, foul, third base side. So Bonifacio really battling Baez here, trying to pick up his first hit of the series and bring Long Island all the way back to even from 3-0 down.
And Chris, I know what baseball has become, home run or strikeout. But what Valdespine did moments ago with that single on the hit and run to the gap through the vacated hole, that's what baseball's all about.
You're right.
And that's the baseball we grew up with and that we love.
You are absolutely right. That was a thing of beauty to watch. It really was. 2-2 is taking the left. Ray will go back, still going back. He won't get it. It's over his head to the track and the wall. Trotting home from third is Valdespine. In the second with the RBI double is Bonifacio. And Long Island has rallied from 3-0 down to tie it at 3 here in the third.
An error, a strange fielder's choice, a walk, another error, wild pitch, couple of them. RBI single by Valdespin, and now an RBI double from Bonifacio, and we have ourselves a tie game. The Ducks have done a little bit of everything, along with some miscues from the Road Warriors, to tie this up.
So 3-3, brand new game here in inning 3. Down at second is Bonifacio, still one away, and here's Travis Snyder trying to give Long Island their first lead. Thought about it, laid off it, and it split the plate in half for strike one.
And the ball really carrying to left. We've seen a couple of doubles over the head of Lou Ford up against that King Cullen sign. That's where the home run from Pierre was hit. And now Bonifacio going that way.
Yeah, I think Ray was playing him way too shallow, David. He didn't think he could go that deep the other way, but Oppo, as they call it, was what it was, and it carried over his head to the wall. Ducks able to get Valdespin home easily, and a stand-up double for Bonifacio, who grabs RBI number 6 on the year. For Valdespin, his 17th run batted in ahead of that. So 3-3 game, home third. And let's see if Snyder can keep the line moving. The 1-1 slashed into the Road Warriors dugout and almost took out our friend Eli Rodriguez on his 72nd birthday. Boy, he is standing there with Rafael Montalvo, the pitching coach and skipper. David, it might have split those two guys, and right over the top of the railing, Ellie's now ducking down behind the railing. That's a smart 72-year-old Eli Rodriguez right there.
Remember in the old days, there was no fence that guarded any dugouts, but that still made its way inside.
Be a 1-2 coming. And that way up top, 2 balls and 2 strikes.
There is a soft breeze blowing to left field, and the ball carrying along with that. On a gorgeous night, 75 degrees first pitch temperature, humidity comfortable. Absolutely perfect day for baseball on this May 24th.
Here's the 2-2. And that down low, he's run the count full.
We'd be remiss not to mention the significance of May 24th. 1980, Bobby Nystrom from John Tonelli, 2-on-1 break. And the Islanders in overtime beat the Flyers in Game 6 for their first Stanley Cup on this date in history.
Yeah, 38 years ago. Here's the payoff. That up the middle through the wickets of Baez and into center field. Turning third and coming home to score is Bonifacio. It's an RBI single for Travis Snyder. And the Ducks, with a 4-run bottom of the third, have their first lead of the night. It's 4-3 Flock.
And these fans are barking up a storm. So 3 consecutive hits, 2 singles sandwiched around a double, 3 straight RBI hits. And the Ducks have a 1-run lead, and we have a meeting on the mound.
That was the 60th pitch of the night for Felix Baez. So Rafael Montalvo, his pitching coach, will come out and take his temperature, as the Ducks have already sent 6 men to the plate, scored 4 runs, still only 1 out. And let's see what the Road Warriors want to do here to try to stop the bleeding.
And Lou Ford looming in the on-deck circle. He's going to step to the plate against Felix Baez, who will remain in the game.
So big spot here for the right-hander, as Lou struck out swinging against him back in the second inning. So here is Lou. Snyder walks that lead off first for Travis, his 15th run batted in of the year and his 3rd of this series. Righty, and Baez gets a strike at the knees, outer edge, 0-1. 3 straight 1-out hits for Long Island. And the Ducks only had 1 base hit in the first 2 innings of this game coming into the frame. 0-1 down and away, 1-1 to Lou. Ducks now 4 runs on 4 hits, 3 of them in this inning, 3 hits and 4 runs, combined with, again, a walk, a pair of errors, a pair of wild pitches. Been as ugly as you can imagine for Baez and the Warriors. 1-1 here in the center field. Hibbert coming on, won't get it. It falls in front of him. He tried to fake Snyder into thinking he would catch it, but didn't fool Travis. 4 straight 1-out hits for the Flock. It'll bring up David Washington, the 8th man to swing.
Ford did not hit that as hard as his predecessors this inning, but got the job done. Little bloop in front of Hibbert. And as you said, Chris, you just keep the line moving. And David Washington can put this thing on ice for the Long Island Ducks if he hits one out, but he won't get the chance against Felix Baez.
So second visit of the inning by Montalvo. That'll do it for the right-hander. He is knocked out of the game here in the home third. Ducks lead at 4-3. Back with a new pitcher for the Warriors when we continue.
Hey fans, this is manager Kevin Baez, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
We asked people across Long Island, what does energy efficiency mean to you?
Energy efficiency? It means finding ways to save a few dollars on my electric bill each month.
PSEG Long Island is introducing smart technologies that let you control just how much energy you use.
To me, it really is important to keep Long Island green, so future generations can enjoy our island's beauty.
And we're partnering on renewable sources that will keep Long Island sustainable for generations. Discover all of our energy efficiency programs at pseglyny.com/efficiency.
Take your group out to the ball game this season and enjoy all the fun of Ducks baseball at discounted prices with the picnic area, luxury suites, the Smokin' Owls party deck, and so much more. Bringing your group to the game will be an unforgettable experience. The Ducks even offer opportunities to sing the national anthem, serve as the Ridgewood Savings Bank color guard, be the Nicolak Dream Team, put on a pregame performance, or shag fly balls during Ducks batting practice. To book your outing today, call 631-940-3825 and ask for the group sales department. Long Island Ducks Baseball. Good times every time.
Back at Bethpage Ballpark, the Ducks with a big rally here in inning number 3, turning a 3-0 deficit into a 4-3 lead. And it's not over yet, just 1 down, 2 on. We'll recap the inning in a moment, but first, the pitching change made by skipper Ellie Rodriguez. Felix Baez is done after 2 1/3 innings pitched, and he's responsible for the runners on base right now, giving up 5 hits. Josh Smith, the 5'11" right-hander from Conroe, Texas, the new pitcher for the Road Warriors, making his 6th appearance, all in relief. 5 1/3 innings pitched so far this season. Has given up 6 hits and 4 runs, an ERA of 6 3/4, 6.75. He has struck out 4, walked 5, and now in for long relief, at least coming in here in the 3rd inning, and you would assume manager Ellie Rodriguez looking for more than just the completion of this inning from Josh Smith, replacing Felix Baez here in a big 3rd inning for the Long Island Ducks, now leading 4-3.
Again, they've already had 7 men come to the plate, putting home 4 runs on 4 base hits now. And David Washington, I'm sure, licking his chops to try to continue this run of 4 runs that have turned a 3-0 deficit into a 4-3 lead. Washington drew a base on balls and then was caught stealing back in the 2nd inning. So 4-3 Ducks, last of the 3rd. And Josh Smith trying to stop the bleeding here as Felix Baez exits after 2 1/3 innings, allowing the 5 hits. Still responsible for the 2 base runners. Snyder at second, Ford at first, and 4 runs on the board for the home side. So Josh Smith, the righty, from the middle of the rubber against David Washington from the left. And nicely placed on the outer edge of the knees for strike 1.
This has been one strange inning.
Yes.
And for once, I'm very happy to be doing color commentary. Chris has called it beautifully. I would have been confused from the get-go.
Oh, we got to throw the sprinklers in there somewhere, right? Maybe that it is the turning point, though. You think about it, David, right?
It was.
Now the Speen was about to hit. The sprinklers went off. And from that point in time, the Ducks have had 4 straight hits and have scored 4 runs in the inning now. So a lot of credit to the grounds crew, who I'm sure had nothing to do with it. But no, I don't know if it broke up the momentum of the Road Warriors, though.
They could be on a timer, but we'll just call it divine intervention for the Ducks.
It worked like a charm. 1-1 now to David Washington. Smith at the belt. A check of Snyder at second. Stare down, and then the 1-1. Tapper foul down the right field line, 1-2. So first appearance of this series for Josh Smith. The Ducks did see him in last week's series as he pitched Thursday night in Game 2 of the doubleheader. That was Long Island's 9-1 victory. Road Warriors pitching on the year, 4.48 team ERA. Only Southern Maryland is worse. Of course, Southern Maryland gave up 27 runs to the Ducks here.
And that's why they're worse.
On home opening night, yes.
Yeah, they're still suffering ERA-wise from that one night.
Absolutely. It will take you weeks, if not months, to recover from giving up 27 runs in one night. Here, Washington has seen Smith take too much time, and Big David calls time and steps out.
27 runs, which means you gave up on an average 3 runs per inning. So that was a magical night for the Long Island Ducks.
It was incredible. What a home opener. What a way to welcome Ducks baseball back to Long Island. Never forget it. We got 1-2 here coming. And stepping off is Smith before he threw that pitch. So Josh Smith trying to find his rhythm here, but he has walked into a big-time struggle with the Ducks scoring 4 already and David Washington trying to add to it. 4 consecutive one-out hits. 1-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. So first K for Smith, 4th for Road Warriors pitching, and there are 2 gone.
And of course, in the dugout, you know that Jake Fisher feels as if he has new life.
Yeah, that's a great point.
You know, 3-0 deficit now turned into a 4-3 lead. So that turns his night around and puts him in a position where he can win this thing.
Well, the Ducks have batted around. Here's the 9th man to swing here in the home third. It's Daniel Fields. He struck out swinging his only previous time up. So now 2 on, 2 out for the right fielder. Smith's pitch. Pulled on the ground to second. Rodriguez to his left will flip to first, and the side retired. But not before the Ducks send 9 men to the plate. They score 4 runs on 4 hits. There were 2 errors and 2 left. We are through 3 in Central Islip. It is now the Long Island Ducks 4 and the Road Warriors 3.
Hey fans, this is infielder Alex Olay, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
The Atlantic League's biggest stars are coming to Long Island this summer. Join us on Wednesday, July 11th for the 2018 Atlantic League All-Star Game presented by Good Samaritan Hospital Medical Center. See the top players from the Liberty and Freedom divisions take the field for the Midsummer Classic and the Dig Me Home Run Derby. Following the game, all fans in attendance will enjoy the largest fireworks spectacular on Long Island. Get your tickets for the 2018 All-Star Game today by visiting the box office, calling 631-940-TIXX, or going online to liducks.com.
This season, build new memories.
Beautiful evening for baseball.
This season, witness the action.
He reaches up, it's gone!
This season, celebrate an all-star summer.
The Ducks have won it 7-1.
Gather your friends and family for an entertainment experience like no other. The Ducks 2018 schedule is full of new promotions, and with free parking and tickets starting at just $12, there's no better value on Long Island. Get tickets to an all-star summer at liducks.com.
On New York Sports Day is the largest independent New York sports news source out there for coverage of your Long Island Ducks, the Mets, the Yankees, major and minor league baseball, football, basketball, hockey, and soccer. Visit nysportsday.com. New York Sports Day, your independent Gotham sports news source. We go to inning number 4. Ducks have a 4-3 lead, and to bark his way through the next 4 frames, here is my partner, David Weiss.
And I am foaming at the mouth. I feel as if I have distemper, but it's a great night here tonight at Bethpage Ballpark on Bark in the Park Night. Can you hear him barking? Not quite yet. They're settling down.
They're brewing.
Yep.
That rally got them going.
Alfredo Silverio against Jake Fisher here to lead off in the top of inning number 4. Silverio with an RBI single back in that second inning, in which the Road Warriors scored twice. At one point they had a 3-0 lead, but it is now 4-3 Ducks after a 4-run third for Long Island. Next pitch, inside corner for a strike, evens the count on Silverio. At 1 ball and 1 strike, Silverio, native of the Dominican Republic, signed in 2006, 12 years ago, into the LA Dodgers organization. Swing and a miss. It's a ball and 2 strikes on Silverio. Bottom of the order, Anthony Ray waiting on deck, and then back to the top, and Ozzie Martinez to face Jake Fisher, who's given up 3 runs, 7 hits thus far, but now on the long end of a 4-3 score. And a check swing from Silverio, called out by home plate umpire Tim McCaffrey. And Silverio now arguing with McCaffrey, who throws him out of the game. Usually an umpire's not going to take a whole lot of back talk at home plate. And Silverio upset with his check swing that was called a swing, a full swing. A strikeout in the 4th of the game for Jake Fisher, but Silverio, the DH, is out of the game and will take an early shower. I believe Ellie Rodriguez comes out for an explanation from the home plate umpire.
So on his 72nd birthday tonight, Ellie Rodriguez has to argue with home plate umpire Tim McCaffrey. But David, I'm putting that one on Silverio. He was arguing. The home plate umpire gave him a little room. He let him have his say, but then clearly motioned to him, you need to go back to the dugout. He moved his hand to indicate that. Silverio continued to argue. He was given a warning. Second time you say the magic word, arguing balls and strikes, your night's done. And that's a huge blow for these Road Warriors. We talk about Silverio. He has been their best player every single night of this series, and he is now done for the rest of the game.
So it brings up Anthony Ray, and we will find out soon enough who will replace Silverio as DH, as a curveball lands on the outside corner for a strike to Anthony Ray, who hit a bloop single his first time up in that second inning. Lefty-lefty matchup here, and that is sliced down the left field line, and that's going to be a foul ball by about a yard, no more. Close call down the left field foul line. So Ray will come back to the plate in an 0-2 hole against Jake Fisher.
Well, the final line on Felix Baez, the righty starter for the Road Warriors. 2 1/3 innings pitched, 5 hits, 4 runs, all earned. 2 walks, 3 strikeouts, 2 wild pitches, both in that final frame. 63 pitches tonight, 35 for strikes and 28 for balls.
Next pitch to Ray, a swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts, both swinging. 5 Ks now for starter Jake Fisher. And we talked about the fact that Fisher getting new life with the Ducks, a 4-1 rally, and Jake looks like a new man here in the 4th.
Hey, David, you were all over it. That was such a great point, and look what he does. Comes out, back-to-back Ks, and also gets the most dangerous Road Warrior ejected for the rest of the game.
Ozzie Martinez back to the top of the order, 0 for 2. He's bounced out twice. Batting for the right side. Open stance, and the pitch from Fisher. Down Carlton Avenue for a strike, 0-1. Quickly into the delivery. And the 0-1 pitch just inside. Count even out, 1 ball, 1 strike. This is in bowling terms, and that's the only sport I've ever done well at. When you have an open frame, and when you used to score yourself without the automatic
That's
scoring,
right.
You used to actually put up a fence on the right side of an open frame and say, okay, I'm starting fresh right here.
Okay.
That's exactly what Jake Fisher is doing here, putting up a fence. As this one is driven a long way left field, Martinez way back, and that thing is over the fence. Ozzie Martinez over the head of Lou Ford. So forget that fence, as the Road Warriors have tied it up on a solo shot off the bat of Ozzie Martinez. That is his 3rd homer of the year, 8th RBI. We're knotted up at 4.
Unbelievable to see Jake Fisher give up 2 long balls, 2 innings apart. But Pierre took him out last inning. Martinez this frame. And the Road Warriors, with 2 long balls, have tied the score at 4. They've now scored in 3 straight innings off the lefty.
And the next pitch is snared off the bat of Matt Hibbert. A jumping catch by the former Major Leaguer Jordani Valdespin. And that ends the inning, but not before. A solo shot from Ozzie Martinez. 1 run, 1 hit, nobody left. And at the end of 3.5 here at Bethpage Ballpark, we got a good one here in this rubber game of the 3-game series against the Road Warriors. We are tied at 4.
Hey fans, this is left-handed pitcher Andrew Barbosa, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Sayville Ford, Long Island's Ford giant, has been family-owned and operated for over 60 years. Stop by today to check out their giant selection of new and pre-owned vehicles at their state-of-the-art showroom featuring enclosed service drives and a luxurious customer lounge. Get giant savings on hundreds of new and used vehicles in stock. Sayville Ford, the no-fees dealer. Visit online at SayvilleFord.com or download the Sayville Ford app today to learn more. Call 855-917-8737 today.
Bethpage Ballpark is a great place to watch a ball game, so why not do so from some of the best seats in the house? Long Island's hometown team is proud to present the Long Island Ducks Beer Garden. Open for all fans on nights when the Smokin' Owl's party deck has not been reserved, the Beer Garden will feature a variety of frosty drafts and bottled brews, as well as several food choices. The area has been decked out with bar rail seating and Ducks branded furniture to provide a comfortable atmosphere for everyone. Be sure to stop by and check out the Long Island Ducks Beer Garden on your next visit to the ballpark.
Well, Duck fans, can you believe it? The unofficial start of summer arrives this weekend, Memorial Day weekend, and what better way to celebrate than with the battle for the top spot in the Liberty Division between the Ducks and the Somerset Patriots Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Tomorrow at 6:35, Saturday at 6:35 with a fireworks spectacular to follow, and Sunday, Frisbees go out to the first 1,500 to 1:35 start. Of course, every Sunday is Sunday Family Fun Day. Pre-game autographs on the field, post-game kids run the bases. Get your tickets at the Bethpage Ballpark box office, online at LI Ducks, via the Ducks mobile app, or over the phone, 631-940-TIXX.
So we go to bottom of inning number 4, and we are tied at 4. The reliever in for the Road Warriors, Josh Smith, to face Ramon Cabrera at the plate. 9 men sent to the plate by the Ducks in the bottom of the 3rd, scoring 4 times. Solo shot from Ozzie Martinez, top of the 4th, and we're tied at 4. And Cabrera now ahead in the count at the plate at 2 balls and no strikes. Ramon, back in the 3rd inning, his only at bat thus far, reached on an error to shortstop Ozzie Martinez, but then was forced out on a center field to second base strange force, and lifted foul down the left field line, out of play, and again flirting with the doggy area on Bark in the Park night, but did not quite reach the pups and the doggies in the patio area. It's 2 balls and a strike to Cabrera.
So the Road Warriors again in that home 3rd, allowed 4 runs on 4 hits, but you mentioned the 2 errors, so they gave the Ducks 5 outs in the inning essentially, and 2 wild pitches too.
And Cabrera hits one toward the gap, right center field, and going back, center fielder Matt Hibbert makes the catch. Hibbert had a good jump on that one, so 1 down here in the bottom of inning number 4.
Yeah, just to the right of the 400-foot sign there near the P.C. Richard billboard. So I'd say that went a good 385 off the bat of Ramon Cabrera. Terrific job by Hibbert to get there. I didn't think he would.
Everything hit a long way tonight has been to left field. Both home runs, a number of doubles. But that one carried to right center field. The ball carrying well tonight.
Yeah.
Even without the benefit of any kind of breeze. Alex Soleil at the plate. He reached on that strange force play his last time up, and he singles to right field this time up. Alex Soleil with a 1-out single to right. So he is 1 for 2 tonight, and it brings Dan Lyons to the plate. Alex Soleil, the tie-breaking run, is aboard.
Remember, Soleil stole second base last inning, his first swipe of the year, so I'm sure they'll keep a closer eye on him this time.
Soleil didn't come all the way around to score, eventually on a wild pitch, as part of that 4-run 3rd inning for the Ducks. So here's Dan Lyons at the plate. Danny walked back in that 3rd, and he would score as well on a double from Jordani Valdespin. Righty-righty matchup here as Josh Smith instead will turn and toss softly over to first base to keep Soleil close. Alec, as Chris mentioned, with his first steal of the season, back in the 3rd, and might be looking to run again.
He's got a big lead over there. He's beyond the cutout already.
He is, and he dives back just in time. Fairly close play as Smith wheeled and fired to first base.
Josh Smith has that flow working out the back of the hat there, David. Little Syndergaard, and he fires over again. Or formerly Jacob deGrom, of course, but he is really working the hair out the back of that hat.
It is. Very distinctive as he comes set against Lyons, who is yet to see a pitch. And now Soleil does take off. Lyons yanks the bat away. It's a called strike. No throw to second base. Soleil is 2 for 2 in the stolen base department tonight.
You know what? That's a great job by Dan Lyons, David. He picked up what a huge jump Soleil had and said, hey, why am I trying to give myself up here to move him along? He's going to have a stolen base. So he drew it back, alertly did so, and Soleil now in scoring position.
So Soleil at second base. 1 down, 0-1 count to Lyons, the number 9 man in the order. looking to break this tie right here, right now. Josh Smith coming set, checks the run around the pitch, and there's a good slider, hits the outside corner. It's 0-2. Danny came into the game at 224 of 1 homer, 12 RBIs. With the run scored, has now scored 9 times this season. 0-2 pitch on the way. There's a ground ball to short, crossing in front. Soleil to third base, and he's safe at third. So Dan Lyons on with a fielder's choice as shortstop. Ozzie Martinez throwing to third. Soleil taking a chance, crossing in front of that grounder to short, something you wouldn't normally do standing at second base, but Soleil with the speed beats the throw from Martinez. Runners on the corners, 1 down.
Yeah, I thought, David, he was going to be the proverbial dead duck, no pun intended, over at third base, but give him credit. He gave the head first slide. Look at Alex Soleil, covered in dirt from head to toe now, but because of that effort, the Ducks have first and third and 1 away, and the go-ahead run now 90 feet away.
And just the guy you want at the plate in this situation, Jordani Valdespin, who is 2 for 2. Single stolen base in the first inning, a double RBI, and scored a run in the third. Pitch to Valdespin, has the plate, but downstairs, 1 ball, no strikes. Jordani came into the game at 374, and that average has gone up now to 386 and climbing. There is nothing that Valdespin has been unable to do since becoming a Long Island Duck from day one. Batting for the left side against the right-hander, Josh Smith. Soleil and Lyons are aboard at the corners. Next pitch, outside and low, 2-0 to Valdespin.
And I had said on that last RBI hit by Valdespin, it was a single, and he took second on the throw home. But Michael Pollock, our broadcast partner, correctly said he was off for second the whole way, so they're giving Valdespin a double. So officially 2 for 2 single double ribby run for Jordani.
Of course, Jordani was at the plate when we had that momentary sprinkler delay.
Yes.
As the sprinklers went on there in the bottom of the third. Pitch to Jordani, missing the outside corner, popping in and out of the mid of catcher Chris Rivera, and it's now 3-0 on Jordani Valdespin. And I would think with his experience, as hot as he is, and given the situation right here, he's got the green light.
Oh, yeah. I'm with you, David.
The equally dangerous Emilio Bonifacio waiting on deck. And now, got a delay.
Here comes Ellie Rodriguez. It has not been a pleasant 72nd birthday for the skipper of the Road Warriors, as once again he gets into it here with Tim McCaffrey. And now here comes his pitching coach, Rafael Montalvo, as well.
I'm not exactly sure what the discussion is about, unless Ellie Rodriguez is upset that Valdespin's check swing was not called a strike. That's just a guess.
Yeah, Ellie's getting into it here. And again, Ellie told me the story, David. He was essentially retired. He got a call from the Atlantic League. Frank Bolton in particular said, hey, look, would you like to get back in the league? We're looking for a manager for this Road Warriors team. Ellie asked his wife. His wife said, if you still have the passion and you want to ride the bus for 126 games, right, go for it. And Ellie did, and we had a great conversation about him breaking into the big leagues with the Yankees, David. He grew up 12 blocks from Yankee Stadium, started his career with the Yankees. First game, he caught a shutout, I should say, from Mel Stottlemyre. How about that?
Wow. What a resume. Ellie Rodriguez, league is lucky to still have him. 3-0 pitch to Valdespin. He is swinging, and a swing and a miss. On that green light swing from Valdespin, it's 3 balls and a strike. 1 down, bottom of the 4th. The Ducks and Road Warriors tied at 4 in this rubber game of this 3-game set. Actually, rubber game, incorrect. The Road Warriors are looking for the sweep here. The Ducks trying to avert that. Alex Soleil leading off third. Dan Lyons off first. Just 1 down. 3-1 pitch to Valdespin. Inside low. Valdespin is aboard. That's another Ducks walk brought to you by City MD Urgent Care. There are over 15 City MD locations across Long Island. Need a doctor? Just walk in. So the bases are loaded up for Bonifacio.
Well, what an opportunity here for the Ducks to blow this one open. 4-4 game. Long Island was down 3-0, up 4-3. Road Warriors are running the top of the inning. And now all kinds of problems for the right-hander Josh Smith with Bonifacio at the dish.
Soleil, Lyons, Valdespin from left to right, third to first on board. Bonifacio 1 for 2 with a double. and a run scored. And the first pitch is outside. 1 ball and no strikes. 4 runs, 6 hits for the Ducks. 4 runs, 8 hits, 2 errors for the Road Warriors. The starter, Felix Baez, also threw a couple of wild pitches. So the Road Warriors have been charitable in this game, and the Ducks trying to take the lead. Pitch to Bonifacio is ripped down the right field line. If that's fair, that is trouble, and it is a fair ball. Just to the left of the foul line. 1 run scores, 2 runs score. Being held up at third base is Valdespin, but Bonifacio with a 2-run double down the right field line. The Ducks out in front, 6-4. Boy, Bonifacio jumped all over that fastball and ripped it down the right field line.
And we talked about Bonifacio, David. He was 0 for his first 9 at-bats in the series, but had the RBI double last inning and now a 2-run double this inning. How quickly it can turn around, and Long Island has their largest lead of the game at 6-4.
So Valdespin held at third base. Bonifacio's at second. No reason to take any additional chances. Kevin Baez, well aware of the fact there's only 1 down. 2 runners in scoring position, and Travis Snyder coming to the plate. He's 1 for 2, a single and an RBI in the 3rd inning. So another productive inning for the Long Island Ducks. 4 runs scored in the 3rd, 2 more here in the 4th, and counting.
Bonifacio, David, had 5 RBIs only in his first 14 games as a Duck. He's got 3 already tonight, and they are going to walk the lefty Snyder here intentionally, but that does load the bases for Lou Ford. You might be playing with fire here to set up righty-righty.
Intentional or not, another Ducks walk, brought to you by City MD Urgent Care. There are over 15 City MD locations across Long Island. Need a doctor, just walk in, and walking to the plate is Lou Ford, who has struck out and singled, a blue single to center field, and looking to do more damage here. Ducks have scored twice, looking for more, leading 6-4. The pitch to Lou. He takes it right down the pike for a strike. 0-1 to Lou. Came into the game at 271. 2 homers, 15 RBIs, and looking to increase that RBI total right here. That patented slightly closed stance from the right side. Josh Smith on the mound. The 0-1, a swing and a miss. Smith pulling the string, good changeup, and it's 0-2. Ducks leading by a pair. At one point trailed 3-0. Took a 4-3 lead with 4 in the bottom of the 3rd. Game was tied up on a solo homer from Ozzie Martinez, top of the 4th. But here in the bottom of that frame, the Ducks have scored twice, and they're looking to pile on. 0-2 pitch on the way to Lou Ford. Swung on. There's a ground ball. Third base over to second for 1. Back to first. That is an inning-ending double play. Lou Ford around the horn. 5-4-3 from Pierre to Rodriguez to Valentin. And the side is retired, but not before the Ducks scored twice. There were 2 hits, couple of walks, and 2 men left on base. Or make that 1 man with the double play at the end of 4 complete at Bethpage Ballpark. It's a wild one. Ducks lead the Road Warriors 6-4.
Hey fans, this is infielder Cody Puckett, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
We asked people across Long Island, what does energy efficiency mean to you?
Energy efficiency? It means finding ways to save a few dollars on my electric bill each month.
PSEG Long Island is introducing smart technologies that let you control just how much energy you use.
To me, it really is important to keep Long Island green, so future generations can enjoy our island's beauty.
And we're partnering on renewable sources that will keep Long Island sustainable for generations. Discover all of our energy efficiency programs at psegLiny.com/efficiency.
Take your group out to the ball game this season and enjoy all the fun of Ducks baseball at discounted prices with the picnic area, luxury suites, the Smokin' Owls party deck, and so much more. Bringing your group to the game will be an unforgettable experience. The Ducks even offer opportunities to sing the national anthem, serve as the Ridgewood Savings Bank color guard, be the Nickolock Dream Team, put on a pregame performance, or shag fly balls during Ducks batting practice. To book your outing today, call 631-940-3825 and ask for the group sales department. Long Island Ducks Baseball. Good times every time.
My Ducks with a 6-4 lead as we go to inning number 5, and that always means 5th inning trivia. Give you the question here in the top of the inning, the answer in the bottom of the frame. It's always about your knowledge of Long Island Ducks and baseball in general. We are going to flash back to Bark in the Park night 1 year ago. It was May the 16th. The Ducks beat the York Revolution that night, but only one Duck went yard, hit a homer on Bark in the Park night. My partner David Weiss had a very memorable home run call, so we're going to pull an audio daily double tonight. We will flash back in the bottom of this inning and play that call for you, but we want to ask you who hit the Ducks home run on Bark in the Park night a year ago.
In other words, who let the homer out? Gustavo Pierre, speaking of homers, leads off here in the top of the 5th. His last time up, he hit a long one over the King Cullen side to left field, and at that point it had tied the game at... Had it? No, they made it 3-0 at that point. There you go. So Pierre is 1 for 2, a 1-1 count. Jake Fisher on the mound. He's given up 4 runs, 8 hits. Next pitch is ripped to right center field and falls in front of Emilio Bonifacio in center. A leadoff single for Gustavo Pierre is causing the Ducks trouble tonight. He's 2 for 3, and the tying run comes to the plate in the person of Jorge Fernandez.
We've had 10 runs, we've had 16 hits, we've had a pair of errors. And David, we're not at the midpoint of this game yet, so we are in for a long one tonight. If you like high score in baseball, this is the game for you. Remember, Road Warriors won the opening game Tuesday night here 2-0 in a pitcher's duel.
We've also had a DH thrown out tonight. We've had a sprinkler delay. It's Bark in the Park night with dogs in the stands. Little bit of everything. You never know what you're going to find when you come to Bethpage Ballpark. It's part of the experience of coming to a ball game here in Central Islip. 1-0 count to Fernandez, who was 2 for 2. He doubled and scored a run in the second, a single in the third. And it's now 2 balls and no strikes to Fernandez. First baseman Geraldo Valentin is waiting on deck. Fernandez batting from the right side. The southpaw Jake Fisher on the mound. Instead of coming to the plate, he'll toss over to try to keep Gustavo Pierre as close as possible. Pierre is 2 for 2 in the stolen base department this season. He does have speed, taking a fairly healthy lead near the cutout, being held on by David Washington. 2-0 pitch on the way, smack, base hit, left field. Lou Ford will get it quickly as Pierre stops at second base. So back-to-back singles opening up the 5th for the Road Warriors. Once again, as annoying as they are, making more noise here, trailing by 2.
Yeah, a lot of hard hit balls tonight off the southpaw Jake Fisher, unofficially at 67 pitches. Again, he threw 99 his last outing Friday night in Bridgewater, New Jersey.
Well, Jake Fisher putting the Ducks in a 3-0 hole. The Ducks scoring 4 in the bottom of the 3rd, giving Fisher new life. He gave up a solo homer to Ozzie Martinez in the top of the 4th. Ducks regaining the lead with 2 in the bottom of the 4th, but here in the 5th, Road Warriors put the first 2 men on, and Valentin at the plate. He's 1 for 2. He's bounced out, hit a bloop single to left. And the count 1-0 to Valentin as Fisher has to work out of some more trouble here. 1-0 pitch on the way, missing the outside corner. 2 balls and no strikes. Fisher playing with fire.
We talked about it coming in, David. He had thrown 16 straight scoreless innings. Road Warriors tonight have scored in 3 of the 4 innings against him.
Certainly not his best effort here tonight. Doesn't have his best stuff. There's a ground ball toward the middle and through to center field. Bonifacio will take it. Being waved in is Pierre. He will score. Standing up. 5th run up on the board for the Road Warriors. RBI single from Valentin. Fernandez stops at second. Still 2 on. Still nobody out. 1 run in. Ducks lead cut to 1. It's 6-5.
Well, the slugfest continues. The 11 hits and the 5 runs allowed by Jake Fisher tie his season high. He gave up those exact totals here on May 5th in a 6-5 win over Southern Maryland, and Kevin Baez may have seen enough from his left-hander as the skipper makes the walk out, the entire infield in on it. And again, the pitch count, not the problem right now. It's the hit total and the run total, and the fact that this seesaw affair has seen Long Island's lead trimmed to 1 here, and I think Kevin's going to give him a little more rope, David, but not too much more.
As I look at my score sheet, 7 of the 9 Road Warriors in the lineup have at least 1 hit. Everybody hitting for the Road Warriors. Again, they have never swept a series in their history against the Long Island Ducks, trying to do it tonight.
There are 38 series all time in their 7 years in the league here at the Duck Pond.
Chris Rivera at the mound, at the plate rather. He doubled in a run back in the second, is also struck out. 2 on, 1 in, nobody out. Fisher comes off the mound as at second base, Jorge Fernandez was dancing around.
Ducks expecting bunt here, David, as the corner infielders in on the grass.
That's third baseman Alex Olay, first baseman David Washington. Pitch to Rivera, he is swinging away, inside corner strike, and Rivera not happy at all with that strike call from home plate umpire Tim McCaffrey, who has endured lots of barking tonight.
And none of it from the canines.
Not from the left field patio section. 0-1 pitch on the way, and there's rip foul down the left field line from Rivera. So Jake Fisher out in front now, Chris Rivera at the plate, 0-2. As Chris mentioned, 11 hits now for the Road Warriors. That includes 2 doubles and 2 solo homers. Coming set, Fisher. And the 0-2 to Rivera, downstairs, blocked by catcher Ramon Cabrera. And no advance from anybody, it's 1-2. Melvin Rodriguez, the second baseman, waiting on deck. One of only 2 Road Warriors starters tonight without a hit. Rivera batting for the right side against the southpaw, Jake Fisher. 1-2 pitch on the way is smack curveball left field. And at second base, Jorge Fernandez is being held up, but the ball gets away from left fielder Lou Ford. Coming in to score is Jorge Fernandez. Over to third is Geraldo Valentin, and sliding into second is Chris Rivera. We are tied at 6.
Now, Lou Ford fell down, David. They were holding the runner at third, but Lou Ford lost his footing. He's going to be charged with an error there. That allows everybody else to move up a base and the Road Warriors to tie the game. So they had held Fernandez at third base, but Lou just stumbled. I think he got his feet crossed there, went down. Good job by Rafael Montalvo, the pitching coach, coaching at third to see it and send Fernandez home. It's a 6-all game.
So no RBI in the play. Rivera does get a single, though, and takes second on the error. What a wild one here. 6 up here at Bethpage Ballpark. 0-1 the count to Melvin Rodriguez at the plate, who was 0-2. He's bounced out twice. Jake Fisher still in there. A dozen hits for the Road Warriors and half as many runs. And a foul out of play left side. It's 0-2 to Melvin Rodriguez. Tied at 6. No sooner did the Ducks take a 2-run lead in the bottom of the 4th here in the top of inning number 5. Jake Fisher looking for the shutdown inning. It's been anything but. We're tied at 6. 0-2 pitch, inside corner, just missing. It's 1-2 to Melvin Rodriguez here, lefty-lefty matchup.
I think that's why he's still in the game, David. And on deck is Isaac Wenrich, a lefty who will replace Alfredo Silverio, who was thrown out arguing in the 4th.
And the next pitch, ground ball, taken. Nope, it's off the glove of Dan Lyons into left field. Coming in to score was Valentin.
And I'm not sure what happened to Danny there, David. The Ducks were in on the grass trying to cut down the runner at home. He's going to be charged with another error as it just went right under his glove. And this seesaw affair has once again tilted toward the side of the Road Warriors.
So Valentin scores. Chris Rivera ends up on third base. Melvin Rodriguez is at first on the error. And it's a 7-6 Road Warriors lead. And there is still nobody out here in the top of inning number 5.
And again, here is Isaac Wenrich, who replaces Alfredo Silverio, ejected in the 4th.
So Wenrich at the plate, batting from the left side against the lefty. Fisher gets a strike right down Carlton Avenue. 1 ball and 1 strike. Wenrich on the season at .250, playing in just his 3rd game. He's 2 for 8. With 1 run scored, no homers, no RBIs. 1-1 pitch, a big looping curveball, swing and a miss by Wenrich. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Melvin Rodriguez at first base, Chris Rivera, the runner at third. 4 singles in this inning, and 3 runs have come across as the Road Warriors have taken a 6-4 deficit, made it a 7-6 lead. Ground ball taken, first baseman. Washington steps on first for one. Now they got the runner hung up. Throw home in time. Yes! And it's a strange double play as Washington tagged the first base bag and then eventually came home to nail Chris Rivera. We'll figure out how you score it, but there are 2 outs on that play. Runs do not score. And a runner left at second base. That's Melvin Rodriguez, 2 down.
Yeah, I think it's going to be 3-6, 3-2. And let me tell you, David, Dan Lyons and David Washington did a great job of having to work a rundown between first and second, but keeping an eye on that runner Rivera at third. And they get the double play. So just what the doctor ordered for Jake Fisher, who has one more lefty to deal with here. And this, I think, either way is his last batter of the night.
Agreed. Anthony Ray at the plate, number 9 hitters, 1 for 2. A bloop single back in the second, struck out in the fourth. That was the 5th strikeout victim for Jake Fisher, who's still in there. Another eventful inning, and 3 runs across for the Road Warriors who have the lead, but now 2 down, 1 on, and there's a ground ball right side, that's foul. So the count now even on Anthony Ray. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Yeah, next 6 hitters will all bat right-handed. 5 righties and a switch, so I do not see Jake Fisher going beyond this batter. If he gets him or if he doesn't, I think his night is over.
Well, Fisher hasn't been helped by his defense in this inning. 4 straight singles, yes, but 2 big errors. Lou Ford in left and Dan Lyons at short. A double play that went 3-6, 3-2. And now there's a strike, fastball outside corner, 1 ball and 2 strikes to Anthony Ray at the plate. Ozzie Martinez, leadoff man, is on deck. Last time up, he hit a home run. It's unlikely that Jake Fisher would face him if Ray gets on. 1-2 pitch on the way. Ray tried to take a swing. Did he go around? No, he did not. Home plate umpire Tim McCaffrey checking with Mike Williams, third base umpire, who's now set up on the infield grass to the left of second base, and he signals safe, so Ray is still alive at the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, a runner on second, 3 runs in, top of the 5th. Road Warriors leading 7-6. Big looping curveball lands outside, and the count now full on Anthony Ray at 3-2.
So most runs and most hits that Jake Fisher has allowed in a single game this season now.
7 runs in, 12 hits overall for the Road Warriors. Each team has committed 2 errors. Pitch to Ray, swing and a miss. 6th strikeout for Jake Fisher, which probably ends his evening. And in the inning, number 5 for the Road Warriors, 3 runs come across on 4 hits. There was a man left, also 2 errors committed by the Ducks. At the end of 4 1/2, we go to the bottom of the 5th. The score now, the Road Warriors 7, the Ducks 6.
Hey fans, this is pitcher Matt Larkins, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Hey Ducks fans, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks is the Radisson Hotel, Hauppauge, Long Island. It's centrally located on the north shore of Long Island and offers a home away from home for both business and leisure guests. The Radisson Hotel, Hauppauge, Long Island features an indoor pool, 24-hour business center, a fitness center, and complimentary Wi-Fi in all guest rooms. Enjoy the contemporary American cuisine at the Fountain Grill restaurant or grab a quick bite to eat at Cafe Pronto. And best of all, it's only minutes away from Bethpage Ballpark. The Radisson Hotel, Hauppauge, Long Island, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks. Call 631-231-1100 today. That's 631-231-1100.
All right, bottom of the 5th, time to wrap up our 5th inning trivia. It's an audio daily double. We ask you to name the only Duck who hit a home run on Bark in the Park night a year ago. We take you back to David's great call.
And here's Sonko at the plate. And he hits one fairly deep center field. Going back is Travis Witherspoon. He is looking up. And on Bark in the Park night, we will channel Patty Page. How much is that homer that broke the window? I want to know, cause he's rounding the bases. Sonko, the DH here tonight with a home run. That is number 6 on the season. He leads the Ducks in that category, and the Ducks have a 2-0 lead.
So there you go, David Weiss's great call of Angelo Sanko's home run on Bark in the Park night 1 year ago. So far, no long balls for the Ducks, but David, I know you are primed and ready to go if someone goes yard.
Yes, I am. Something will be canine-oriented if a Duck can drive it out of the park, and the Ducks still have some work to do as we go to the bottom of the fifth. We are halfway through, and the Ducks, rather shockingly, trail the Road Warriors 7-6 in a game that has been sloppy at best in terms of some of the Ducks' base running, errors committed, and in the pitching department, not the best of nights for Jake Fisher, but this thing is far from over, Chris.
Yep.
I will literally go down to the patio section, and I will kiss every single dog on the mouth if 7-6 is our final score tonight.
All right, I am holding you to that, my friend. I am rooting for shutout baseball.
David Washington is at the plate. The big left-handed hitting first baseman is 0 for 1 tonight. Walked and is also struck out. 1-0 pitch is swung on, hit a long way left field. Anthony Ray is going back. He's at the wall. And guess what? On Bark in the Park night, David Washington is barking up the right tree. That ball is chasing a car on Montauk Highway. David! It's 7-6 Road Warriors. David Washington with his 6th home run of the season. That good enough for you?
That is awesome. I knew you had it in you. I was just hoping somebody would go yard, and it was an Oppo Taco from David Washington. Opposite field home run, 7-7 game.
And that one hit a long way and as high as it was far. We talked about everything carrying tonight, especially the left field. Washington going opposite yard. David Fields at the plate, 0 for 2 tonight. Ducks within 1. Or make that tied 7-up. We are tied 7-7.
I am happy for the home run, but I am sad that quickly you have no chance to kiss every dog down in the picnic area. It went away that quickly.
Very good point. So there you go with a canine home run call, but I failed to realize that we're tied at 7. Got so excited, forgot the score. It's 3 balls and no strikes to David Fields. Josh Smith on the mound. Apparently shaken up a bit by that moonshot to the opposite field off the bat of David Washington.
Yeah, I was with you, David. I thought it was too high, and it ended up clearing both walls. Both. Incredible. Again, that back wall is 15 feet from the front wall, so that is a huge shot.
Anthony Ray gave it a courtesy look, but that thing was long gone. And a 3-0 pitch in there for a strike. 3-1 to David Fields.
So Washington ties Courtney Hawkins of the Skeeters for the league leading homers now with his 6th.
Josh Smith facing Fields at the plate. The righty pitcher. Fields from the left side, fouls it towards the Duck dugout. Bounds away. Count now full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. It has been a carbonated evening here, and that's why it's 7-up.
Perfectly played.
Well, from the top of the 2nd inning on, we had a feeling it would be a wild one, and it's been all of that. Pitch to Fields. Has the plate. Fastball, and he know it. David Fields down looking. And that is a strikeout. Let's see. 2nd strikeout? Make that the 3rd. Now 2nd strikeout for reliever Josh Smith. 3rd overall for Road Warriors pitching. And it brings up catcher Ramon Cabrera for the Ducks. Reached on an error in the 3rd. Fly to deep center in the 4th. And the pitching coach, Rafael Montalvo, with a meeting on the mound with Josh Smith.
Well, let's see what he does here. That homer by Washington, 20th of the season for the Long Island Ducks. If the Ducks hit 100 home runs this year, they met the Chappy's Home Run Challenge, and Chappy's Funeral Homes will donate $5,000 to the Quacker Jack Foundation. So discussion on the hill as to what they want to do with a switch hitting Ramon Cabrera. Set to bat lefty here against the righty Josh Smith. But Montalvo wanted to make sure everybody's on the same page in this tie game. The Road Warriors have scored in 4 of the 5 innings. The Ducks have scored in 3 of the 5 innings. And only 1 inning tonight was scoreless. That was the first. Montalvo has made the call to the bullpen And the Road Warriors will bring on their third pitcher of the night in a 7-7 game. Bottom of the 6th. Don't you go anywhere.
Hey fans, this is manager Kevin Baez, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
We asked people across Long Island, what does energy efficiency mean to you?
Energy efficiency? It means finding ways to save a few dollars on my electric bill each month.
PSEG Long Island is introducing smart technologies that let you control just how much energy you use.
To me, it really is important to keep Long Island green so future generations can enjoy our island's beauty.
And we're partnering on renewable sources that will keep Long Island sustainable for generations. Discover all of our energy efficiency programs at psegLiny.com/efficiency.
Take your group out to the ball game this season and enjoy all the fun of Ducks baseball at discounted prices with the picnic area, luxury suites, the Smokin' Owls party deck, and so much more. Bringing your group to the game will be an unforgettable experience. The Ducks even offer opportunities to sing the national anthem, serve as the Ridgewood Savings Bank color guard, be the Nickolock Dream Team, put on a pregame performance, or shag fly balls during Ducks batting practice. To book your outing today, call 631-940-3825 and ask for the group sales department. Long Island Ducks Baseball. Good times every time.
Well, the new pitcher for the Road Warriors going through his warm-ups there is the 37-year-old right-hander out of the Dominican Republic, 6 foot tall, 185-pound Jalen Peguero, a former big leaguer who got up to the show with the Arizona Diamondbacks. And we'll give you Peguero's numbers on the season. His team-leading 12th appearance of the year, all in relief, 1-1 record and a 4.15 ERA. In 8 2/3 innings, he's allowed 10 hits. He's walked 7 and struck out 8, so control has been a problem. Opposition hitting .303 against Peguero, who did work in last night's game. The Road Warriors 6-3 victory in 12 innings. And last night in the game, Peguero was the first reliever in an inning and a third, no hits, no runs, a walk, and 2 strikeouts. So big spot in a tie game, 7-7 in the bottom of the 5th, a barn burner of a contest, and Peguero trying to hang up zeros, something that has been elusive for every pitcher that's been in the game thus far.
So the Ducks and the Road Warriors, each with a touchdown and extra point. It is that kind of a night. And I have a funny feeling that the final score will obviously mirror more of a football score. A lot more scoring to come. Just one of those evenings at Bethpage Ballpark. Ramon Cabrera, Ducks catcher, at the plate. Reached on an error, fly to deep center. He is 0 for 2, batting for the left side against the right-hander, Jalen Peguero, third pitcher for the Road Warriors here tonight. Pitching from the stretch, as most relievers do. First pitch is way up high with the fastball, 1 ball and no strikes. So it's Cabrera, to be followed by Alex Soleil. There's 1 out, 1 run in. That huge home run, the opposite field, off the bat of David Washington. The lead off here in the 5th. 1-0 pitch on the way, smack down the right field line. That's going to be down and all the way to the wall. Jorge Fernandez will try to get to it. The right fielder, and does quickly. That is a long single for Ramon Cabrera as a catcher. Not the speediest of Long Island Ducks, but a very nice play by Fernandez down the right field line.
Yeah, he almost hit it too hard because it got the carom to Fernandez, and Cabrera turned first, took a look, and he realized he had no chance to make it to second. So a long, loud single is Ramon Cabrera's first hit of the night.
That brings up Alex Soleil, who hit into a strange fielder's choice, a force play that went from center field to second base in the 3rd inning, but did eventually come around to score. Singled and scored another run in the 4th. So he is 1 for 2 with 2 runs scored. At the plate now from the left side. Peguero's pitch is in there for a strike. Fastball hitting the outside portion of the plate. 0-1 to Soleil. Soleil now with 8 runs scored on the season, playing in his 12th game. Slightly open stance from the left side. Peguero's pitch, a swing and a miss as he pulls the string. Good change up, 0-2.
Well, we can close the book on Josh Smith, the first reliever in tonight for the Road Warriors. 2 innings pitched, 3 hits, 3 runs all earned, 1 walk and 2 strikeouts. And now the battery mates Chris Rivera and Jalen Peguero get together here to go over signs as home plate umpire Tim McCaffrey gives us the indication it is not a charged timeout, of which you are allowed 3 in Atlantic League play per game.
As compared to the major leagues now, where any mound visit counts against the 6 you are allotted. So Soleil back in the box. And Peguero still searching in for a sign and still looks a little confused with battery mate Rivera. They'll run through it again. Now we're set. And the 0-2 to Soleil off the mid of catcher Rivera, and streaking down to second base into scoring position is Ramon Cabrera.
Well, David, you can't make it up. It seems like they get together to discuss signs, and the very next pitch looked like a cross-up, right? Because Rivera was down low, the pitch was up high, he stood up to lunge at it. I think that's going to be a pass ball, but absolutely looked like a cross-up that puts the go-ahead run in scoring position for Long Island.
No doubt about it. He came up late, went off the top of that catcher's mitt. So Soleil at the plate with a chance to break this tie. There's only one out. And he strokes one to left field. Anthony Ray racing over in front of the warning track and makes the catch as Cabrera retreats to second base, and there are 2 down.
It was a pass ball that moved Cabrera to second. And remember, we do expect Jake Fisher to be done for the night. So the Ducks, David, if they can grab the lead here, could give him the possible win if they were to hold that lead the rest of the way.
Good point. With all the struggles Fisher had tonight, he did go the requisite 5 innings to get the decision if the Ducks can push a run across. And Dan Lyons at the plate. Danny has scored twice. It's officially 0 for 1, a walk and hit into a fielder's choice. Righty-righty matchup here. Cabrera leads off second base. Pitch from Peguero. Fastball in there for a strike. 0-1 to Dan. Lyons was 0 for 4 last night, had a rough 9th inning with 2 errors, 1 fielding, 1 throwing. Would like to make amends. 0-1 pitch, down low, blocked by Chris Rivera, the catcher. And they count now even at 1-1. The ever dangerous Jordani Valdespin, who is 2 for 2 with a walk waiting on deck.
Yeah, they haven't held him off the base paths all night, so Dan Lyons would love to keep this inning alive and give him a crack here with a couple of men on in the 5th as opposed to leading off the 6th.
Pitch to Lyons, gets a good swing on it, and there's a fly left field. Anthony Ray coming over, gives way to center fielder Matt Hibbert in left center field, who makes the catch, and that will do it for the Long Island Ducks in the bottom of the 5th. In the inning, 1 run, 2 hits. The 1 run coming off the bat of David Washington, his 6th home run of the season. And 1 man left, and that ties it at the end of 5 complete. It's the Road Warriors 7, the Ducks 7.
Hey fans, this is catcher Audie Affner, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Going way back is Joe Holden, and he is looking up, and that one is headed to field 5 at Robert Moses. The waves are gnarly, and the Ducks have tied it at 1.
That was another home run for the Ducks. And Duck fans, what's more fun than a home run that helps the Ducks win a game? How about a homer that helps the community win? Chappy's Funeral Home and the Long Island Ducks have once again teamed up for the Chappy's Home Run Challenge. If the Ducks hit 100 homers this season, Chappy's Funeral Home will donate $5,000 to the Quackerjack Foundation. So every time a Ducks hitter goes deep this season, watch for the Chappy's Challenge home run count on the scoreboard. And if we reach 100, we're all a winner. Chappy's Funeral Home, where caring for others is a family tradition.
Can't get enough of the Long Island Ducks? Well, now you can get even more inside info on your favorite hometown team through Facebook and Twitter. The Ducks are constantly updating fans through social media with scores, transactions, ballpark promotions, and much more. You can even win great prizes. All you'll need to do is make a free account on Facebook and Twitter, and then visit us at facebook.com/LIDucks and twitter.com/LIDucks. Think you're Long Island's biggest Ducks fan? Get connected now.
Back at Bethpage Ballpark, David Weiss, Chris King, and a pitching change for the Long Island Ducks. It's the right-hander, Dennis O'Grady, the 5'10" righty from Floral Park right here on Long Island, to replace Jake Fisher, who went 5 innings. We'll give you his totals in just a couple of moments. So Grady making his 9th appearance all in relief. He has gone 9 innings in relief overall. 7 hits, given up just 3 earned runs, an ERA of an even 3. He has struck out 3, walked 4. Dennis O'Grady in to pitch for the Long Island Ducks against the Road Warriors, and Jake Fisher, now that the game is tied, off the hook in terms of the decision. Not the best line for Fisher this season, coming off of all those scoreless innings and that great pitching performance and a no decision against the Somerset Patriots, but it was just not Fisher's night. But there's still a game to be played here, and we're knotted at 7. The Ducks, of course, still looking for that one win against the Road Warriors in this series, losing the first 2 games of this series as we go to the top of inning number 6. So tied at 7 for the Road Warriors. Back to the top of the order, and Ozzie Martinez, who last time up hit a long home run over the left field wall over the King Cullen sign. He has bounced out twice, 1 for 3, with 1 run driven in and 1 scored. 1-0 pitch on the way, and there's a weak grounder. Nice big hop for Dan Lyons, and the throw across. Tried to scoop it up. David Washington unable to do it. That will probably go as another error against Danny on the throw. Boy, something you just don't see. Lions with 2 errors here tonight, 2 last night. This is absurd. You never see this.
I would bet, David, in his 8-year Ducks career, he has never had back-to-back games in which he's committed a pair of errors. Remember, he won the first ever Rawlings Award as the best defensive player in the league. They gave a new award to the league's best defensive player a few years ago. He won that inaugural award.
Incredible. As short-handed as they come. So Martinez leading off is aboard. Matt Hibbert, center fielder for the Road Warriors, 0 for 3 tonight, struck out twice and lined out. And we'll give you those numbers for starter Jake Fisher in just a moment. His night is over. And again, it's Dennis O'Grady on the mound, pitching from the stretch. And instead we'll go over to first, and did they get him? Boy, that was very close. David Washington with a snap tag on the quick throw. The pickoff attempt from Dennis O'Grady, but Martinez just getting back. You see David Washington, 6'5", standing there. And Ozzie Martinez right next to him at 5'10". Looks more like a 3-foot difference instead of a half a foot. And a swing and a miss on a good pitch from Dennis O'Grady. It's 0-1 to Hibbert.
Yeah, back in the summer of 2015, Dan Lyons, the Defensive Player of the Year in the Atlantic League, and won that first annual Rawlings Glove. So 2 errors in the 9th inning last night that allowed the Road Warriors to tie the game. 2 more here tonight.
And the pitch. Good curveball swung on and missed. 0-2 to Matt Hibbert.
Jake Fisher's final numbers: 5 innings pitched, 12 hits a season high, 7 runs a season high, 5 of them earned, no walks, 6 strikeouts, gave up a pair of homers, 88 pitches, 63 strikes, 25 balls.
And leaves in a 7-7 tie. O'Grady again will throw across. It's just a short lead from Martinez, who gets back easily. 7 runs, 12 hits, 2 errors for the Road Warriors. For the Ducks, 7 runs, 9 hits. They have committed 3 defensive miscues. O'Grady to the plate, and it's off the plate, blocked by Cabrera. No advance from Martinez.
Yeah, Road Warriors only 8 stolen bases all year, David, the fewest of any team in the league, and they've been caught 9 times, so they're under 50%, although Martinez is their fastest player and leadoff man, so not the guy you want to put aboard to open the inning in a tie contest.
O'Grady set, and the 1-2 to the plate. Outside corner, call strike 3, so Hibbert struck out for the 3rd time tonight. Dennis O'Grady's first strikeout, of course. Overall, for Ducks pitching, their 7th strikeout, and there's 1 down with 1 on. And the pesky Gustavo Pierre, third baseman for the Road Warriors, coming to the plate. He is 2 for 3 with 2 runs scored and 1 driven in. A long home run to left that came way back in the 3rd inning. And the pitch off the plate, blocked again by Cabrera, who's getting a workout behind the plate for the Ducks. It's 1 ball and no strikes to Pierre.
The Ducks used 6 relievers last night in the 12-inning loss. O'Grady didn't pitch last night. He pitched in the opener Tuesday night. The Warriors 2-0 win. In that contest, Dennis, 1 inning, no hits, no runs, no walks, and 1 strikeout.
Pierre with A wide open stance, holds the bat high. 1-0 pitch on the way. Home run cut, swing and a miss. It's 1-1. Gustavo looking to drive that one over the wall again. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on. A tie game. It's 7 up. Top of inning 6 here at Bethpage Ballpark. And O'Grady to the plate. Swung on, hit to deep left center field. Bonifacio going back, way back, reaches up, makes the grab at the wall on the warning track. Bonifacio with a fine running catch for the second out here in the 6th. What a catch by Bonifacio.
I agree, David. I didn't think he was going to get there at first off the bat. I thought it was a home run, but Emilio with a great jump and then right at the warning track reaches up, puts it away, and Asi Martinez had to hold up halfway, so he's still stuck at first with now 2 gone.
Jorge Fernandez at the plate, who has been a thorn in the side of the Ducks tonight. He is 3 for 3, a double and run scored in the 2nd, singled in the 3rd, and a single in the 5th, and scored as well. So 3 for 3 with 2 runs scored. As Dennis O'Grady will try to deal with Fernandez here. Geraldo Valentin with a couple of hits of his own waiting on deck. Road Warriors showed up hitting tonight. First pitch is outside, off-speed pitch, 1-0 to Fernandez.
And I would think with 2 away, Asi Martinez is going to take off at some point just to see if they can swipe a base on Ramon Cabrera, who again is playing in just his 3rd game of the year tonight. Just joined the flock recently.
And the pitch off the plate again, fastball, 2 balls and no strikes to Jorge Fernandez, the right fielder for the Road Warriors.
Cabrera, though, to play in the big leagues with the Reds in 2015 and 2016. So the native of Venezuela has 74 games in the big leagues under his belt.
Coming set, O'Grady to 2-0, and that just misses the outside corner. And now 3 balls and no strikes to Jorge Fernandez.
And if you're joining us late, Wilkin Castillo of the Ducks was signed away by the New York Yankees earlier today. First Duck to do it this year. He'll go to AAA Scranton.
Next pitch, splitting the plate in half. It's 3-0. Make that 3-1 now to Fernandez.
So that's good news for Wilkin, tough news for the Ducks, but that's the reason they're here, and great news for Ramon Cabrera, who's going to get a lot more playing time.
Goes from backup to starter.
Yep.
3-1 pitch on the way is stroke foul. Out of play left side, count full, 3-2. With 2 down, 1 on. Tied at 7, top of the 6th. Bethpage Ballpark, Bark in the Park night. And the breeze picking up just a bit again on a very comfortable night. Temperature started out in the mid-70s, hasn't dropped all that much. Humidity comfortable, short sleeve weather, maybe light jacket. Nice crowd on hand, having fun. 3-2 pitch on the way, and that's right into the mid of David Washington. Hardly had to move. That was like a hockey goalie just reacting, lifted the glove, and the ball just lined into that glove. Fernandez could not have hit that any harder. So 2 fine defensive plays by the Long Island Ducks amidst all the errors and miscues tonight. 2 gems in the infield and outfield here to end it in the top of the 6th. No runs, no hits, a man left. We go to the bottom of the 6th here at Bethpage Ballpark. We remain tied. Road Warriors 7, the Ducks 7.
Hey fans, this is pitcher Bennett Perry, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Oh, I love it. The color of my new Nicolot patio is so vibrant. It's unlike anything I've ever seen.
You're welcome. I'm just going to go finish that Nicolot walkway now.
Make your pavers vivid Nicolot pavers. The best looking, most vibrant pavers with the most 3-color blends in the industry. Featuring Nicolot's exclusive paver shield and color blending technology. With color throughout and guaranteed not to fade. Live life in color with Nicolot. Visit Nicolot.com.
Pave your way. Have your birthday at the ballpark this season and celebrate with the flock. Kona Ice birthday party packages with the Long Island Ducks are now available. Each package includes 10 box seats, a commemorative birthday t-shirt and autographed baseball, refreshments including hot dogs, chips, cupcakes, frozen ice treats, and so much more. Best of all, the birthday child will stand on the dugout while the entire crowd sings happy birthday. Reserve your party today by calling the group sales department at 631-940-3825. Kona Ice birthday parties with the Long Island Ducks, a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
Well, fans, don't forget to stop by the Waddle-In Shop on your next visit to the Duck Pond, where exclusive, hard-to-find Ducks memorabilia is now on sale. All proceeds benefit the Quacker Jack Foundation, the charitable arm of your Long Island Ducks.
For the Ducks and the Road Warriors, a 7-7 game going to the bottom of inning number 6. Top of the order for the Ducks. One of the best hitters in the Atlantic League this season, maybe the very best. The former major leaguer doing such damage for the Long Island Ducks. Jordani Valdespin leading off, to be followed by Emilio Bonifacio and then Travis Snyder. And if it extends, then it's Lou Ford. So the Ducks right to the top of the order here, trying to regain the lead in a 7-7 game. It has been a wild one here at Bethpage Ballpark. Valdespin is 2 for 3 with a walk. He's been aboard every time. He has scored a run and driven in a run. That came in the 4-run third inning for the Ducks, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. Reliever Jalen Peguero is in for the Road Warriors on the mound in his second inning of work. Pitching from the stretch, and the 1-0 to Valdespin. Up high, 2-0.
So he played a little over half a game, 14 runs, 21 hits, 5 errors. That's all.
And you're not counting the wild pitches.
And the walks.
A
and
pass ball.
Oh, my goodness.
One of those games, the score sheet looks messy.
Yep.
Valdespin from the left side. It's the righty Peguero. The 2-0 pitch on the way up high. Coming out of the crouch, Chris Rivera. That one wasn't even close, and it's 3 balls and no strikes to Jordani.
You want to talk about messy, David? Here's mine from last night, 12 innings.
Oh, man.
Ducks using 6 relievers, Road Warriors using 5.
And the 3-0 almost hits Valdespin. Has to spin out of the way. That will go down as ball 4. 4-pitch walk to lead off the 6th. And that is another Ducks walk brought to you by City MD Urgent Care. There are over 15 City MD locations across Long Island. Need a doctor? Just walk in.
So first walk for Peguero, 4th in the contest for Road Warriors pitching. And it puts the go-ahead run aboard with great speed for Long Island.
And Emilio Bonifacio at the plate. Batting from the left against the righty Peguero, who's not even close. That is 5 consecutive pitches now. Nowhere near the strike zone. And it's 1 ball and no strikes as Peguero takes a walk around the mound to try to gather himself. Valdespin, 4 out of 5 in terms of steals. So there's nothing that Valdespin has not been able to do in a Ducks uniform this season. Looks like he's ready to take off here. No, he holds on, and the pitch to Bonifacio. As Peguero finally finds the plate for the first time this half inning, it's 1 ball and 1 strike.
And remember, David, back in the first inning, Valdespin stole second and then was caught stealing, trying to take third on what might have been a missed hit and run as he was out by a long shot.
Bonifacio is 2 for 3 here tonight. Oh. And the ball gets away on the attempted pickoff. Valdespin is running hard to third, and he's going to make it all the way to third without a throw, standing up. A 2-base error off the pickoff throw from Jalen Peguero. E1, 2-base error. Valdespin, the tie-breaking run at third, nobody out.
Each team now with 3 errors in the game, but that the largest one of the night for either side, as now the Ducks have 2 cracks at just a deep fly ball to put them back in front.
And Bonifacio looking his chops at the plate as the infield comes in for the Road Warriors. Bonifacio struck out, doubled in a run in the 3rd, and scored, and a 2-run double in the 4th. He's driven in 3, scored once, 2 hits, looking for more. Here in the bottom of the 6th, Peguero comes set, looking right at Valdespin at 3rd, and the next pitch, curveball, but curves around the plate. It's 2-1 to Bonifacio. We have seen a little bit of everything here tonight. It has been a smorgasbord that all those doggies down the left field line have enjoyed, along with the fans who have turned out. Coming set, Peguero. 2-1 to Bonifacio. Swung on, fouled right back to the netting. Emilio was right on that one, just missing it. It's 2-2.
You know those dogs, David, they know they only come 1 game a year, right? That's Bark in the Park night. They got the pooch pass. They're down there. They don't want to see a game that goes 2 hours and 20 minutes.
No.
They want a marathon, and they got it.
And they want excitement.
Yes, and they got that too.
Bonifacio standing in. 2-2 to count. Peguero's pitch. Curveball just missing. And Peguero with a long look in, staring at home plate umpire Tim McCaffrey. But that's not changing the call. The count now full.
I don't think those are even close, David. They're way outside. Yes, they have late break, but it's still not putting them over the dish.
Again, the infield is in. It's always been said that'll raise your batting average from 25 to 50 points. Payoff pitch on the way. Ground ball, slowly hit, taken by the first baseman. The flip to first is in time. So that flip went from the first baseman Valentin, or who did it go? From who to who?
Yeah, I think first baseman Valentin to second baseman Rodriguez.
Right.
Covering. And again, it just was hit hard enough that it prevented Valdespin from going toward home. He knows, again, with nobody out, you don't want to take a chance and get thrown out. So smart play by Giordani is now, again, a Snyder fly ball could still deliver him, or Travis could knock it through the drawn-in infield once more.
Well, Bonifacio, something like a swinging bunt that had a little English on it too, but Valentin over to Melvin Rodriguez, the second baseman who's covering first, and now one down. Valdespin still on third, Travis Snyder at the plate, and there's a good curveball that hits the outside corner, and it's no balls and a strike to Snyder, who is 1 for 2 with a run driven in. That was back in the 4-run third for the Ducks. He also bounced out and received an intentional walk in the fourth. Batting from the left side against the righty, Jalen Peguero. Pitch on the way, a swing and a miss. And very quickly, 0-2 to Snyder.
Yeah, Snyder's been red hot of late, though, David. He had the only 2 RBIs last night for the Ducks. Another hit tonight, a 5-game hitting streak. Hits in 9 of his last 11. And, oh, yeah, he also has 2 homers in his last 4 games. So the hottest we've seen Travis Snyder as a Duck is right now.
Snyder has driven in 14 runs in the 23 games he's played. This is game 24. He's played in every single game the Ducks have played this season. Stepping off the mound, Peguero chasing Valdespin back to third.
Hey, Giordani's trying to get him the balk there. That's what that dance is all about. And, again, sometimes it can rattle pitchers, but I don't think veterans like the former Major Leaguer Peguero will have it happen.
0-2 pitch on the way to Snyder. Swung on, lifted in the air, just beyond the infield, outfield grass, taken by the third baseman, Gustavo Pierre. And Snyder, one unhappy camper, retreating to the dugout. The Ducks wasting an opportunity here to score a run. Just one more chance coming up here. Lou Ford at the plate.
And now they need a base hit, David. Remember, they got Valdespin to third with nobody out. So 2 batters, Bonifacio and Snyder, had drawn in infields. Couldn't bang it through that or hit it deep enough to get him home. And now it's going to be up to Lou Ford to try to get the Ducks back on top in a tie game last of the 6th.
Ford, 1 for 3. He has struck out, singled, hit into a 5-4-3 double play. That was in the 4th. And the first pitch nearly hit him, well inside with the fastball. 1 ball and no strikes. To the former Major Leaguer, soon to turn 42 years of age this August 12th. And hitting coach for the Long Island Ducks, Lou Ford. It's 1-0. With Valdespin, who was at third with nobody out. Since then, a bounce out to first off the bat of Bonifacio. Travis Snyder with a pop out to third. And now it's a runner on third with 2 down. Ducks still looking to break this tie at 7-7 in the bottom of the 6th. Pitch to Lou. Catches the inside corner for a strike. It's 1-1.
That was a nice tight slider from Peguero that started out toward Lou's body and broke just enough to get it over the inner edge. So Peguero trying to wiggle out of this jam, and he's at 1-1.
Ford with 15 RBIs in the season, would love to make it 16. And a liner right to the shortstop, Ozzie Martinez. Ford hit it right on the screws, but right at Martinez for the final out. The Ducks waste a golden opportunity here in the bottom of the 6th. Giordani Valdespin with the leadoff walk, a 2-base error on a pickoff throw attempt from the pitcher Peguero. He's at third, nobody out, but the Ducks do not score. No runs, no hits, a man left. That was Valdespin at third base, and the side retired at the end of 6.5. Go to the back at the end of 6 complete, rather. Go to the top of the 7th. We are tied at 7.
Hey fan, this is Carlos Pimentel, pitcher, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
The Atlantic League's biggest stars are coming to Long Island this summer. Join us on Wednesday, July 11th for the 2018 Atlantic League All-Star Game presented by Good Samaritan Hospital Medical Center. See the top players from the Liberty and Freedom divisions take the field for the Midsummer Classic and the Dig Me Home Run Derby. Following the game, all fans in attendance will enjoy the largest fireworks spectacular on Long Island. Get your tickets for the 2018 All-Star Game today by visiting the box office, calling 631-940-TIXX, or going online to liducks.com.
This season, build new memories.
Beautiful evening for baseball.
This season, witness the action.
He reaches up, it's gone!
This season, celebrate an all-star summer.
The Ducks have won it 7-1.
Gather your friends and family for an entertainment experience like no other. The Ducks 2018 schedule is full of new promotions, and with free parking and tickets starting at just $12, there's no better value on Long Island. Get tickets to an all-star summer at liducks.com.
Well, we go to inning number 7 in a 7-7 game, and the Ducks are bringing in their third pitcher of the night. He is the left-hander Daniel Schlereth. Dennis O'Grady worked 1 inning tonight, no hits, no runs, no walks, 1 strikeout as he pitched the 6th, and Schlereth is in. The 32-year-old is from Parker, Colorado. Again, made his Ducks debut May 8th up in New Britain, Connecticut. Pitched 94 games in the big leagues, all in relief, with the Diamondbacks in 2009 and with the Tigers in 2010, 2011, and 2012. So Schlereth comes in, did not pitch last night, did work in Tuesday's game, the 2-0 victory for the Road Warriors. So he was not one of the 6 relievers used in the contest last night as the Ducks fell in 12 innings. And on Tuesday night, 1 inning, no hits, no walks. No hits, no runs, a walk and 2 strikeouts for the southpaw Schlereth.
So Schlereth in relief of the righty Dennis O'Grady, who came in to relieve the lefty starter Jake Fisher, who left after giving up 7 runs, 5 of them earned, and will not get the decision here. Of course, the decision still to be determined. We are tied at 7 in the top of inning number 7, and it's 1-0 to the leadoff man, Geraldo Valentin. And the 1-0 on the way, inside and low. 2 balls and no strikes to Valentin, who is 2 for 3 tonight. A productive evening. Bounced to short, a bloop single in the 3rd, and singled in a run and came around to score later in the 5th. 2 for 3 with a run scored, run driven in. Next pitch, right down Carlton Avenue for a strike. It's 2-1 to Valentin. To be followed by Chris Rivera, then Melvin Rodriguez.
Yeah, sorry, David. How about this, David, for Schlereth? 4 games as a Duck, 4 innings worked. Hasn't given up a hit yet. No hits.
Wow. Can't do much better than that.
No.
And the 2-1 pitch inside. Now 3 balls and a strike to Valentin.
Again, he has walked 3 and struck out 4 in those 4 innings. But again, 4 hitless innings in 4 games for Schlereth, as we mentioned, who joined the Ducks in New Britain, Connecticut 2 weeks back.
And the 3-1 on the way, and there's a ground ball. 3rd, taken on a nice hop by Alex Soleil. The long throw across is snared by Washington. And what happened?
I'm not sure if they called that foul or not, or if Valentin just injured his leg immediately and didn't run it out. So here's the trainer of the Road Warriors, Jeremy Bender.
Well, the count now 3-2, so that means he fouled it off his foot.
Oh, okay. There you go, David. Yeah, but here comes Ellie Rodriguez to make sure his first baseman is all right. But, yeah, pretty good snatch grab at first by David Washington. Why not get the practice in, right?
Exactly. Of course he snatched it beautifully because it didn't count.
Yeah. He did the old Olay over there at first base.
That's the way it's been going for the Ducks tonight.
And we got a big group of youngsters, David, down below us. They are from the Lincoln Avenue Elementary School. They are getting ready to sing God Bless America, so all the parents are above them in front of our booth getting the cameras ready to go.
Paparazzi time.
Yeah, it is. It does look like the paparazzi have arrived. Exactly right. But we love bringing you God Bless America in the 7th inning stretch, and of course we will carry it in its entirety.
Those kids are getting more attention right now than Harry and Meghan across the pond. And by the way, I was invited to the wedding. I just couldn't make it.
Busy that weekend, right?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
You had a Ducks game.
Yep. That's exactly right. And the next pitch Call strike 3, inside corner, 1 down, and Valentine not pleased with home plate umpire Tim McCaffrey. Why should he be any different? McCaffrey's been getting a lot of guff, mostly from the Road Warriors tonight, but a strikeout looking, and 1 down for the Road Warriors in the top of the 7th.
The first K for Schlereth, 8th for Long Island pitching tonight.
6 of those 8 came from the starter, Jake Fisher. And here's Chris Rivera, 2 for 3 tonight. He doubled and scored, knocking in a run in the second. Struck out and also singled. And he takes a strike from Schlereth. It's 0-1 to Rivera, the catcher for the Road Warriors. Batting from the right side against the southpaw, Schlereth, who misses inside, 1-1. So things have settled down a little in the last 15-20 minutes. But it has been a wild one. We're tied at 7. Next pitch, kind of an uppercut swing and a miss from Rivera. It's 1-2.
Yeah, we have had only 2 scoreless innings tonight. The first inning and the 6th inning. That's it. So last inning was the first time since the start of the game that both teams were blanked in the same frame.
It has been a back and forth affair. And a swing and a miss. Was it foul tip? No, it was not. Another strikeout. First one looking, this one swinging. Second strikeout. 2 for 2 in the strikeout department for Daniel Schlereth. 9th strikeout overall for Ducks pitching, and they're 2 down, nobody on.
Well, I neglected to tell you earlier tonight that Melvin Rodriguez, who bats here, was our 10th batter of the game. Now, did you know that you could join Planet Fitness for as low as $10 a month? Visit planetfitness.com today to find your nearest club and learn more.
Rodriguez, the 10th batter of the game, it's seemingly 4 days ago. It has been a long way, because so much has happened.
Exactly.
Not that this has been a boring affair.
Nope.
This has been action-packed in a number of ways, and there's still more drama to come. No balls and a strike to Rodriguez, who was 0 for 3 tonight. He fouls it back to the screen. It's quickly 0-2. Rodriguez bouncing out twice and reached on an error in the 5th inning. Rodriguez, the second baseman, batting from the left side against the southpaw, Schlereth. 0-2 pitches on the way, blocked by the catcher, Ramon Cabrera. Did Rodriguez go around? He did not. As home plate umpire McCaffrey checking with Mike Williams down the third base line. So it's 1-2 with 2 out and nobody on. In a 7-7 game, top of the 7th.
Going to be playing that, right? 7-7-7. That's a winning number.
The 7s are wild right now. Schlereth comes to the plate. And a curveball Schlereth thought he had. Rodriguez struck out. He was taking a walk toward the Duck dugout, but now has to retreat. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, trying to strike out the side here is the southpaw.
He is a strike away.
They're getting behind him.
And this one's hit in the air. Center fielder Bonifacio hardly has to move. Now retreats a step or 2 and makes the catch, and that will do it. 3 up, 3 down, nothing across for the Road Warriors. And in the middle of the 7th inning, we are tied at 7. And time now for God Bless America, the Lincoln Avenue Elementary School, to perform.
They will now lead us through singing of God Bless America.
Wow, great job by the youngsters from the Lincoln Avenue Elementary School. We are midway through inning number 7. It's a 7-7 game.
Hey fans, this is outfielder Daniel Fields, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Sayville Ford, Long Island's Ford giant, has been family-owned and operated for over 60 years. Stop by today to check out their giant selection of new and pre-owned vehicles at their state-of-the-art showroom featuring enclosed service drives and a luxurious customer lounge. Get giant savings on hundreds of new and used vehicles in stock. Sayville Ford, the no-fees dealer. Visit online at SayvilleFord.com or download the Sayville Ford app today to learn more. Call 855-917-8737 today.
Baseball fans, the Long Island Ducks mobile app has officially arrived. Powered by ClearVision Apps, it's your one-stop shop for all things Ducks baseball. Buy tickets straight from your mobile device. Receive game status updates with push notifications. Check out up-to-the-minute news and scores and interact with the Ducks on social media. Best of all, it's free. Download the Ducks mobile app today by visiting the App Store on your Apple-powered device or Google Play on your Android-powered device. The Long Island Ducks mobile app, with you wherever you flock to.
Well, we go to the bottom of the 7th in a 7-7 game, and the Road Warriors bring in their 4th pitcher of the night. It is Jose Ortega, who replaces Jalen Pagero. We'll get to the line on Pagero in just a moment, as, again, this has been a barn burner all night, back and forth. Both teams have had lead and surrender it. Again, we've had scoreless baseball since the bottom of the 5th, and Pagero went an inning and 2/3, allowed 1 hit, no runs, 1 walk, no strikeouts, before giving way to right-hander Jose Ortega. So Ortega in to begin against David Washington in a tie game.
So we'll see what happens from here. In the bottom of inning number 7, still tied at 7. We know one thing, you can't end this way. The Ducks hoping to pull out a W after losing 2 straight to the Road Warriors. And the first pitch on the way to big David Washington is low for a ball. It's 1-0. Washington walked in the 2nd, struck out in the 3rd. A long opposite field home run, a towering shot over both walls to left. That was in the 5th, his 6th home run of the season. Ortega coming set. And the 1-0 as Washington tried to hold his swing up, and the bat actually came out of his hands. And it's 2 balls and no strikes to big David. Washington, followed by David Fields, and then Ramon Cabrera facing Jose Ortega here in the 7th.
Ortega, also a former big leaguer, 29-year-old out of Venezuela, 5'11", 165 pounds.
And the 2-0 pitch on the way to David Washington. Big swing, fouls it back. 2 balls and a strike.
Ortega worked last night in the 6-3 12-inning victory for the Warriors. An inning, no hits, no runs, no walks, no strikeouts.
So Washington with that 6th home run back in the 5th, and RBI number 20. Both of those numbers leading the Long Island Ducks. Ortega set, 2-1 pitch on the way. Outside corner for a strike. And the count now even at 2-2.
That was David's first homer in 9 games, just his 2nd homer in the last 17 contests. Again, he hit 4 homers in his first 7 games as a Duck, and then really hit the skids. But let's see if this turns it around the other way for the big lefty slugger.
Yeah, I expect it will. You know, home run hitters like David Washington, streaky, and that could open the floodgates. 2-2 pitch on the way, and that one, Washington wanted to pull the trigger, could not. Call strike 3, outside corner. So David down on strikes, 1 down.
I'll give you the numbers on Ortega for the year. 6 games, all in relief, 0-1 record, but a 7.36 ERA. In 7 1/3 innings, he has given up 11 hits. He's walked 4, struck out 4, has not surrendered a homer all year, but opponents are batting .333 against him.
So here's David Fields at the plate. Fields 0 for 3, struck out twice, also bounced out. And he breaks his bat. The bat goes flying towards first baseman Geraldo Valentin, and the catch is made. I believe the second baseman Melvin Rodriguez caught the ball, but the portion of the bat that went flying almost struck Valentin.
Hey, it was actually the shortstop, David Asi Martinez, but I was with you. I was following the bat more than the ball, because that's a dangerous situation. But boy, Ortega comes in, and he's got 2 quick outs here.
So Fields retired. He's 0 for 4. And Ramon Cabrera, catcher for the Ducks, now coming up. He is 1 for 3, reaching on an error. Flied to deep center in the 4th. And also singled in the 5th. So the Ducks trying to make some 2-out noise here in a 7-7 game. Bottom of inning number 7. Cabrera with an open stance from the left side. And he swings, hits it in the air, out of play left side, 0-1. Boy, I tell you, Fields got some really good height with the broken bat. That thing went way up in the air.
It's not something you can work on, David.
Nope. But growing up, you and I, Chris, broken bats like that didn't exist.
Exactly.
Bats are made differently now. The handles are thinner, and they can pop right in half. 0-1 pitch on the way. Big swing from Fields, and fouls it again out of play to the left, 0-2. I remember Louisville Slugger. I had an Adirondack bat, I believe. I always preferred having a bat that was lighter so I could swing it harder.
Right,
but I remember those home run hitters in Little League. Very heavy bats. 0-2 pitch on the way is stroke, base hit, right field. Jorge Fernandez will get it on a couple of bounces as Ramon Cabrera has his second hit of the game. More importantly, the tie-breaking run is aboard with Alex Soleil coming to the plate.
Well, checking on the out-of-town scoreboard for you again earlier today. Sugar Land won 3-1 in Somerset to salvage the finale there. York won 7-0 in Lancaster. That snapped the Barnstormers' franchise record 12-game winning streak.
Soleil is 1 for 3. A single and a run scored back in that the 2-run 4th. As he fouls it back, it's 0-1 to Soleil.
Only other game in progress is in Waldorf, Maryland. The Bees and the Blue Crabs. New Britain on top 3-2 in the 9th inning as they try to take the rubber game of the set there.
Soleil batting for the left against the righty, Jose Ortega. Man on, Cabrera at first base. And off the fist, foul out of play left side. It's 0-2 to Soleil.
Mets in Milwaukee opening a 4-game set against the Brew Crew. Right now the Amazons, a 1-0 lead mid-4th. Yankees are off, and they will welcome in the Angels for a 3-game set starting tomorrow night.
I heard that Ohtani will not be in the series, at least not pitching. I'm not sure.
I thought he was lined up with Tanaka there.
Yep, but I heard late today that will not happen.
Oh, all right. Did not hear that.
Unfortunately, though. 0-2 pitch on the way. Again, a foul out of play left side. And the count remains 0-2 to Alex Soleil, the Ducks' third baseman.
And in Yankee news today, they signed away Wilkin Castillo. The starting pitcher for the Long Island Ducks assigned him to AAA Scranton Wilkes-Barre. So congratulations to Castillo, becomes the first Duck to be signed away. And Kevin Baez told me, David, when he held the stretch today, he let the whole team know at once that Castillo was going to the Yankees and got a huge cheer.
No doubt about it. Ducks very proud of what Castillo accomplished here. 0-2 pitch on the way. There's a ground ball taken on a short hop by Melvin Rodriguez over to first baseman Valentin, and the side is retired. So, in the inning, no runs, a hit, a man left for the Long Island Ducks. We have finished 7 complete here at Bethpage Ballpark, and we remain tied at 7-7-7.
Hey fans, this is infielder David Washington, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
We asked people across Long Island, what does energy efficiency mean to you?
Energy efficiency? It means finding ways to save a few dollars on my electric bill each month.
PSEG Long Island is introducing smart technologies that let you control just how much energy you use.
To me, it really is important to keep Long Island green so future generations can enjoy our island's beauty.
And we're partnering on renewable sources that will keep Long Island sustainable for generations. Discover all of our energy efficiency programs at pseglyny.com/efficiency.
Take your group out to the ball game this season and enjoy all the fun of Ducks baseball at discounted prices with the picnic area, luxury suites, the Smokin' Owl's party deck, and so much more. Bringing your group to the game will be an unforgettable experience. The Ducks even offer opportunities to sing the national anthem, serve as the Ridgewood Savings Bank color guard, be the Nickolock Dream Team, put on a pregame performance, or shag fly balls during Ducks batting practice. To book your outing today, call 631-940-3825 and ask for the group sales department. Long Island Ducks Baseball. Good times every time.
Back at Bethpage Ballpark, David Wise, Chris King tied at 7, going to the top of inning number 8. It has been a wild one for the Long Island Ducks. Their fourth pitcher of the evening taking the mound. That's the right-hander from Islip, local guy, Rob Rogers, the 6-foot righty, comes into the game in relief, making his 10th appearance, all in relief. 8 1/3 innings pitched on his resume to this point. 6 hits given up. He's surrendered only 2 runs, a 2.16 ERA, and eye-popping numbers here in terms of the ratio. 14 strikeouts in 8 1/3 innings pitched, has walked only 2. Rob Rogers, your fourth pitcher of the night. Last night, the Ducks used 7 hurlers. Tonight, 4 pitchers and counting in a 7-7 game, top of the 8th.
Well, Rogers also has made 7 consecutive scoreless appearances, David, dating back to May 3rd. In that span, only 4 hits and 1 walk over 6 2/3 innings with 11 strikeouts for the Islip, Long Island native just west of the ballpark.
And now it is time to turn the reins back to what we hope will be the closer tonight. Here's the Kinger, Chris King.
All right, for the Ducks, 7 runs, 10 hits, 3 errors. For the Road Warriors, 7 runs, 12 hits, 3 errors. And it's Rogers against Isaac Wenrich, who bounces one to second. Valdespine in the outfield grass, sets, fires, and it's 1 pitch and 1 out.
Good start on the first pitch from Rob Rogers. Well, we have a moment. The longtime voice of the New York Islanders, Chris King. Capitals, the Vegas Golden Knights. I'm not sure anybody saw this coming.
No way.
You and I have a disdain for the Capitals,
Yep.
but they may be favored in this series.
Yeah, I give them a lot of credit, David. Again, they're not my favorite team, but I give them a lot of credit for what they did to get there, no doubt about it. But I am going Vegas Golden Knights the whole way. I think it would be the perfect ending to what's been the biggest story by far in the National Hockey League all year.
Oh, you talk about Cinderella story, an expansion team going all the way. Incredible.
Incredible. 0-1 now to Anthony Ray, and Rogers misses away, 1 ball and 1 strike. You got to remember, the Capitals dropped their first 2 games of their opening playoff series, both in overtime, both at home, to Columbus. So immediately looked like, another early exit for Washington. As here a little tapper towards second, and they're going to say foul ball off the foot of Ray. Then, of course, in the second round, David, they faced their personal kryptonite, the Pittsburgh Penguins, who had knocked them out in 7 straight playoff years. And 9 out of 10 overall, they beat them. Then in the Tampa series, they win the first 2, lose the next 3, are facing elimination once again, but get shutouts in Game 6 and Game 7 out of Braden Holtby. So I got to give them the props. I'm not happy to do it, but I give them the props. And again, it should make for a great final with Vegas. As I mentioned, the story throughout the whole year. Expansion team all the way to the Cup Finals. But you got to root for Marc-Andre Fleury and the misfits, as they call themselves, the guys nobody wanted, right? The expansion team, the players nobody wanted. George McPhee, the GM, did a great job of plucking away 1 player from every NHL team. They gelled immediately, and they have a great shot at winning the Stanley Cup in year 1.
And they've got the home ice advantage, too.
Yes, they do. That's right. They had more points than the Caps. They wouldn't have had it if they faced the Lightning. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun final. 1-2 here is fouled straight back, and the count holds on Anthony Ray.
Now, my memory may be a little shaky here, but I believe the St. Louis Blues in their first year went to the finals. But there's a reason for that, because they went to 2 divisions.
Yep, a lot less. That was when the league went from 6 to 12.
Right, so it was bound to happen to a first-year team.
Right, but they did lose, too.
Yes,
they did lose.
They did lose, but they're not the first-year team to make it to the finals.
That's right. So the second, first since the Blues in '68. That's right. That was the big expansion when the league doubled back then.
Right.
2-2 to Anthony Ray. We get back to baseball here. 7-7 in the 8th, and Rob Rogers trying to keep it there. He low and in here, and he runs it full. Daniel Schlereth pitched just 1 inning tonight, the 7th. 1 inning, no hits, no runs, no walks, 2 strikeouts. So Ducks pitchers now with 9 Ks on the evening, and all 3 previous hurlers with at least 1. Big 1-out payoff coming here. And that bounced towards short. Lyons has to wait on it. Guns across. Good stretch by David Washington, keeping his foot on the bag. 2 up, 2 down.
So things have really settled down the last couple of innings.
Oh, thanks, David. We are zipping along.
Listen, I didn't say the game was zipping along. This game is not zipping along. But now that I've said that, we should have an explosion coming soon.
Well, Duck pitchers have quietly retired 8 in a row here, trying to make it 9, with the always difficult Ossie Martinez at the top of the order. He's 1 for 4 tonight, but that one was a big one. A solo homer to left back in the 4th, his 3rd of the year. And Road Warriors with 2 homers tonight, Martinez and Pierre. Ducks with 1 homer, David Washington's team leading 6th. First pitch to Martinez, down and away for ball 1.
But Martinez really has a Mookie Betts type of look to him. It doesn't appear as he's got, the physical prowess to hit it out. He does. He now has 3 homers on the season. A very quick bat, though. And a lot of power coming out of that 5'10" frame.
Well, I'll tell you a story about him last week, David, as here he takes one inside. It was game 2 of the doubleheader a week ago tonight. And Bennett Parry, who's been terrific for the Ducks, starts the game. Second pitch of the night, Martinez jumps all over it, crushes it over the wall for a home run. But guess what? Parry didn't allow a run the rest of the game. Right. He was terrific and settled down. But, again, he gave up a run on 2 hits, I believe, in his first inning, and then nothing else. I think 1 more hit the rest of the game as he completed the 7-inning victory for Long Island. A complete game is what he got in the 9-1 win. Here, Rogers misses with 4 consecutive pitches. And the last guy you want to put on, the fastest Road Warrior, is aboard in a tie game with 2 away.
Yeah, exhibiting speed and power. Tonight he had the power with that homer in the 4th. But now he is aboard, and he wants to get into scoring position. Hibbert, though, has got an 0 going tonight.
Hey, Hibbert, the hat trick, speaking of hockey, he's got a line out and 3 strikeouts. So tough night for Hibbert, who had a great game last night in his Road Warrior debut. Came over in a trade from the Barnstormers on Monday, and here he sees strike 1. Last night, 2 for 4, single-double, pair of walks, scored a run, drove in a run. Only negative on his ledger was he was caught stealing twice in the game. So Matt Hibbert in just his 2nd game of the Road Warriors at 0-1 here. Rogers holding the set, delivers, and that down and away. Good backhand by the catcher Cabrera, 1-1. Waiting on deck, Gustavo Pierre, who hit his team-leading 4th homer back in the 3rd inning. So Ducks would love to face him leading off the 9th, not with men on here in the 8th. 1-1, low and away, 2-1. So Rogers' little control problems here after getting a couple of quick ground ball outs out of Wenrich and Ray.
I think we are destined to something dramatic happening in the bottom of the 9th. I just got that feeling tonight. It's one of those nights.
I was thinking it was going to happen last night, David. I was talking about your great Felice Valdespin call. Throw over to first here, and oh boy, I thought David Washington got the slap tag, but first base umpire Richard Katz says Martinez got back in underneath it. Very close play.
The entire Ducks infield, in unison, started walking toward the dugout, thinking that pickoff was successful.
Yeah, we had Valdespin up in a waddle-off opportunity. Whoa, Rogers almost threw it away there in the dirt. Good scoop by Washington, but Valdespin had an at-bat last night and was talking about the only waddle-off win in your great call on Cinco de Mayo of Felice Valdespin. 2-1 with Martinez going, taking the other way. Perfect hit and run here by the Road Warriors. Martinez will pull up at 3rd. Hibbert with his first hit at 1st. And the Road Warriors hoping for some 2-out magic here. Have runners at the corners.
Hibbert doing what Valdespin did earlier this evening on a hit and run and hitting through a vacated hole. And now we'll get a meeting on the mound. Kevin Baez coming to the mound.
Well, again, Kevin telling me because he used 6 relievers last night, Wander Perez, a lefty, not available tonight. K-Rod, Frankie Rodriguez, not available tonight. So he wants Vinny Pastano to be his closer tonight. And that was the role Pastano was in before the Ducks signed K-Rod. So Kevin right now talking about how they want to deal with Gustavo Pierre here in a big spot. Pierre had that homer to left that cleared both walls back in the 3rd. Remember, he also hit that ball to the warning track in center back in the 6th where Bonifacio made a great grab. So Kevin's going to leave Rogers in what's become a big spot. Again, Rob Rogers got those 2 ground ball outs right away, but then a 4-pitch walk to Martinez and a beautiful hit and run by Hibbert, taking it right through the second base hole when Valdespin was covering. So here's Pierre, first pitch to him, slider strike, 0-1. Beautiful pitch from Rob. Everything quiets down a little bit. Duck fans realizing the importance of this moment. Can't even hear the dogs barking right now. They're even quiet. 0-1, a good stab again with the glove by Cabrera, down and away to even things up.
I think if you're really quiet, though, you can hear a few of them growling. Let's listen.
I hear that, I do.
And a snort in there. Well, they're concerned.
Of course they are. Tie game here, 8th inning. Rogers trying to wiggle out of the jam. Road Warriors with runners at the corners. Ball 2 to Gustavo Pierre. 2 for 4, single homer, 2 runs scored, and a run driven in. Wide open stance in this righty-righty. 2-1. Wave through it to even things up, and the Ducks a strike away from getting to the dugout with the game still tied.
Pierre with power. He had that home run and robbed of an extra base hit by Emilio Bonifacio with a fantastic catch running up against the wall in center. That was back in the 6th.
So big 2-2 pitch here. The runner at first goes, swing and a miss, he struck him out. Great job by Rob Rogers, 10 strikeouts now for Duck pitching, and we will head to the home 8th in a 7-7 game. For the Road Warriors, no runs ahead, a walk, and 2-man left. Can the Ducks break through and break the 7-all deadlock? Find out when we come back.
Hey fans, this is pitcher Shahid Jurgens, and you are listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Hey Ducks fans, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks is the Radisson Hotel Hauppauge, Long Island. It's centrally located on the north shore of Long Island and offers a home away from home for both business and leisure guests. The Radisson Hotel Hauppauge, Long Island features an indoor pool, 24-hour business center, a fitness center, and complimentary Wi-Fi in all guest rooms. Enjoy the contemporary American cuisine at the Fountain Grill restaurant or grab a quick bite to eat at Cafe Pronto. And best of all, it's only minutes away from Bethpage Ballpark. The Radisson Hotel Hauppauge, Long Island, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks. Call 631-231-1100 today. That's 631-231-1100.
Bethpage Ballpark is a great place to watch a ball game, so why not